All right, I'm gonna move Charlie up, not because I like Charlie, but because I'm gonna put the comments on screen. And Steve doesn't have his camera on, so it doesn't matter if it covers. I hate when the comments cover someone's head.
Yeah.
Right. So it's nothing to clearly Steven's cooler than Charlie, but it's just for the comments.
Man, you wonder why I didn't come last night.
No. Charlie's the best, man. Ross is the dud on this family. So, and he hasn't even seen this one in the theater, so really, literally no point in being.
Why are you even here?
But I watched it twice. I watched the Blood of Heroes, and then I watched the I think it's the
Salute of the Jugger.
No, I saw the one that was not letterbox, so I must have watched the work print cut.
Well,
the
no,
letterbox was the U.S. cut. The non-letterbox.
So no, hold on a second, Charlie. He's watching. So Charlie and I and Steven and Sean, when he eventually comes on here, all of us own the 4K release in different versions, right?
Yep.
Right.
I'll show you the crazy version that I have.
Yeah, you got
so Ross. I had to find a few copies for Ross to be able to see this. So the Salute of the Jugger had only ever been released in non-widescreen. That what you're holding, Charlie, is the first time they ever got it in widescreen ever.
That makes sense then.
So he watched Salute of the Jugger in like TV cut or whatever.
4x3. Yeah.
But Blood of Heroes is on there, but Blood of Heroes doesn't have the proper ending, which we'll talk about once we get to it.
Yeah.
So okay, hold on. So let's start with so Charlie's seen it before. So out of all of us, Charlie had seen Blood of Heroes ages ago, yes?
Yep.
So we'll wait on you. Let's go Steven then first. So Steven, I showed this to Steven. Had you known anything like prior to me saying, Steve, I'm coming over and I'm showing you Jugger. Prior to that conversation, did you know anything about this movie?
I had never heard of this movie before in my entire life. I thought you actually said juggler for me. I'm like, what?
The Salute of the Juggler. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like, is there going to be juggling? Like, what the hell? Like, you usually don't get excited about juggling, so I became suspicious about what I heard. So
right.
I have literally never heard this movie until you showed it to me, which is a shame, really, because it's an awesome movie. It is really good. It's what I like about like these, I guess you could say, dystopian movies, like future movies. You basically got two sorts, in my opinion. You got the fight for survival, which is like Mad Max and that, where it's just you're trying to survive. And then there's the dystopian movies where it's like now we seem to be surviving, but we're trying to get a semblance back of pre-dystopian civilization, right? And that's your Rollerball and movies like this, where it's like sports have basically like they're like almost like a seen as an integral part of society. And it's an entertainment thing. And, in the dystopian future, you can't do movies and that. So it's easiest to get sport to get people's minds off the fact that the world has ended and they don't know where they fit in it anymore.
Right.
So it's a great idea, especially like going back to like, hey, if we're going back to, a new civilization, let's go back to the beginning when we had gladiator fights, which is basically a version of what this is. Right. Like Gladiator meets American football, I guess you could say, is how I would sort of equate it.
Yeah. It's basically, And now Sean's coming into the back, so I'll give it a. So Steve will come. You're okay. So that's just we'll talk more in depth as we go. Yep. So you never. Oh, let me bring Sean in, and then I'll let Ross go. Hold on a second. Hey. Brainiac is here. Brainiac 5 has entered the screen. So Ross, you never saw Blood of Heroes or Salute of the Jugger until I said something about it, or did you know about it?
Until you provided me with the means. I'd seen the trailer. I love Rutger Hauer. I love Blind Fury and his role in Blade Runner, and you did the Flesh and Blood. I was telling you guys like, oh, it's great. I love Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that this week.
But I think you're going to like it.
Sure.
This one, for whatever reason, I don't think it played in the theater long enough for me to catch it. And then It was at the video store. There was something about it. I think it was like he's not really a fighting guy, and it seemed like it was a fighting movie. And if I do have anything resembling a complaint about this, it's the so-called. No, not so-called. That sounds rough. It's the action. It's the actual action scenes in the movie, but. All of the actors are absolutely fantastic, and Rutger Hauer does not disappoint, especially in the longer version that, the real version that you're talking about.
Yes. There's a work print version that's 2 hours, and I'll tell you the difference if anyone hasn't watched it.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll get to that. And then,
we'll get, okay.
So, but anyway, so I watched Blood of Heroes,
Mm-hmm.
and it was part of it was like it was the second movie I watched that night, and I watched it with my dad, and I don't think he was into it. So I kind of, it wasn't I disliked it, I just didn't love it as much as you were building it up. But I was like, well, I'm going to be reviewing it for for this. I'm going to give it another chance and watch the longer one, and boy, am I glad I did. Because I really enjoyed the hell out of it. So
yeah,
consider me part of the club. And if we do like we did with with Circle of Iron, which I already liked going in, and ended up going like, oh, it's one of my favorite movies. And
I have 2 pages of notes.
Yeah, by the time we've talked ourselves into loving this one even more, I think it'll be a next level afterwards.
Right. Okay. Charlie, you'd seen Blood of Heroes, so you're the only one on this panel that had seen something resembling this ages ago. So what happened there?
This was on the rental shelf with all the other post-apocalyptic movies. So, you're going through the Mad Max, the Road Warriors. Dad got on this kick for a little while where we would just, if the cover looked cool, like we rented Battle Truck, so it's just that's all we needed to see. Was it Warlords of Atlantis and the Bronx type things?
Oh no, Warlords of Atlantis! I got that right there in like the pack or whatever. That's a great movie. Yeah,
well, that is awesome though.
You remember the covers of stuff, and I remember seeing this one, and I remember we rented it, and Dad and I watched it. We didn't know what to take of it because it's not what we expected. It was post-apocalyptic, but we're like, this is a sports movie, like it's a sport, and I even at that age as a teenager, I was like, this feels a lot like Rollerball, with James Caan. And I had seen that one on cable, and then obviously the remake and stuff like that. But that was the last time I had seen this movie. So watching it I remembered certain things, but I'm also sitting there going, I thought Rutger Hauer only had one eye in this movie, and it's starting out, and then all of a sudden, that explains it. I do remember he only had one eye eventually in the movie. Forgot 90% of the cast aside from.
Oh my god, it's insane.
Yeah.
When I always forget his Delroy
Lindo, yeah.
Lindo. I'm sitting there just like, fucking Delroy's in this.
Yeah,
like he was up for an Oscar this year. Like what the heck is going on? And
also everything comes back to 2000 AD. Joan Chen is in it from Judge Dredd.
Yeah, Joan Chen
from she was with the bad clone of Dredd, and Vincent D'Onofrio, who was Thor in Adventures of Babysitting and stuff like that. So,
which I just watched last night again. I've seen that 100 times.
I know everybody knows Full Metal Jacket, but when you see him in other things, he's unrecognizable. Like sometimes you don't realize that's the guy from Full Metal Jacket.
Right.
So you watch it again. And now Kingpin, which is just insane. But I had seen this probably going on 25 years ago. So, but I had just enough memory that it was still like kind of like watching it for the first time, especially because I watched the long cut. I did go back and I didn't watch the full American version, but I knew where to go to catch what was deleted from the original
sequence.
I watched the campfire scene that we'll talk about, and then the ending, which I now agree with you guys, where I'm like, the hell? Like,
it's so weird. It just ends. You're like, okay. That's not the ending.
Right.
We won. Credits. So hold on a second.
It's such an American ending, though.
Yes.
And on that high point, everyone is top of their game at that moment. You don't get the actual downer that the end of it actually is, you know. So I was like, that tracks for Americans, you know, just like, we got to win everything. We did win hockey, though. I'm just letting y'all know. Just letting you know right now. It's the only time I'll bring it up.
Ours now.
That's right. Miracle number 2. We got it.
Yeah, the 3 of us Canadians don't care.
That's why Sean was late. He's still been sulking all day.
Yeah, his tears made the snow that he had to shovel.
Yeah. The tears of the hockey fans or whatever.
Crying those salty tears.
If they ever make a movie like this on the Toronto Maple Leafs, they'll call it the tears of the Maple Leafs instead of the salute of the. They call this salute of the Jugger because guys win.
I had to figure out how to get that somehow tonight, but that's me, man. That's my issue.
All right. Okay, so Sean, I told Sean I soft forced Charlie to buy this because he was kind of like thinking about it. I pushed him over the edge.
You forced me into the other one I bought.
So Flesh and Blood is a movie that I haven't seen, and I forced Charlie to buy that, and I haven't seen it, and he hasn't seen it either. So neither of us have seen it. But I'm not
just like, Rutger Howard is on sale. Get it? I'm like, fine, whatever.
You know what? I've seen it, and neither one of you are going to regret your.
Yeah, I know we're not going to regret.
I know I'm not. I'm actually looking forward to watching it.
So Sean owned hardware previously, but I kind of let Sean know that there was a sale on for the hardware 4K, which I'm telling you, and Charlie can friggin' confirm this. That 4K is absolutely. If you go by whatever version you had before to this 4K, it'll be like going from a garbage bootleg VHS to like pristine, like this is like Lord of the Rings or something. Like it's so clean.
It's a different movie.
It's a different movie.
Movie altogether.
It's literally a different movie. So Sean got that one. It was a 2-for-1 deal. So it's like, just get Jugger, like it's guaranteed, right? And this, and you can even see by the sharing of the screen, this movie's like crap on this version. The 4K is unbelievable. Anyways, so I forced Sean to buy Jugger. So that's how did you know about Blood of Heroes, Sean? Or no? We never talked about that. Yeah, I didn't know about it either. Yeah.
I never saw that. Yeah.
Okay.
Rutger Hauer movies, I mean, there's a million of them, right? And you know, I was
Split
like,
Second.
Yeah, I like Omega Doom's probably the worst one for me.
Right. And I have it. I still own that one, but
yeah, the one is double packed with
double packed with Blind Fury. Yeah.
Blind Fury, yeah. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, I mean, you're like, this is a Sean movie, you're gonna love it. Yeah, it's awesome. Because you know, like Jason knows that when guys team up and stuff, and like the underdog and all that, I love all that shit.
Yeah,
right?
guaranteed.
I do like all that. Like, there's a lot of thought and detail put into this. That's part of the charm and appeal of this, right? Yeah. So, the sound design is awesome. Like that chain is not going to make that sound, but,
right?
But it sounds wicked, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like a double, like that double guy in the Red City. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah, and when D'Onofrio like swings it to try and impress the judges at that place, and it sounds wicked.
It sounds like Crocodile Dundee doing that. I'm going to go make a phone call and start swinging that thing around his head in the movie.
Yeah, and I liked all the detail of the world. I mean, like, yeah, it's the world building or whatever, but I like when they're in that elevator and it's basically like a long train ride. It's it just goes down, and everyone's like sleeping and stuff, you know.
How deep is this hole? Where'd you get the cable for that elevator?
I know,
it
doesn't make any sense, but it's still a neat idea that it's so deep down that like someone thought of this, like, oh, they have to sleep there, you know, they're like camping in this thing, right?
And they're sleeping up the side of the wall. Well, we'll get to the details once we get
I mean, when they're sleeping on the side of the thing, and I love I know George Lucas was all about like making the world scuffed and everything for Star Wars, but this is like a next level of detail. Like there's weird slime and someone blew their nose or something on the walls and stuff. It's like, that is accurate. I mean, I could point with a yardstick to anything like that downtown right now, you know. It's gross. It's all lived in and never washed, right?
Yes.
I love the pies when the guys are doing the pie. What the hell's in those pies? They look good.
Don't ask.
But
yeah, but don't ask. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're gonna get to that. Okay, so hold on, we'll get to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, no,
so,
I like the big honor of those guys. Like that one guy, looks like he's gonna beat the shit out of you.
Gonzo.
Right? Like it's
Gonzo's
just the
awesome.
world made
With his
him
metal
look like
plate.
that, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
he has honor. Every one of the Juggers has honor. All of them.
Yeah.
There's not one. We're gonna talk about that in details, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's confronted at that like lizard buffet or whatever, and he's
Yeah.
like, what
Oh,
are you talking about? But yeah, no, this is a step above other post-apocalyptic things. It's something nobody talks about. The cast is ludicrous.
Yeah.
And it's like just for that, you should be like giving it a second look.
Yeah.
And it's nothing. I mean, you're right, Charlie. It's nothing like the other kinds of post-apocalyptic movies of the time. There's no like chase with like crazy vehicles. So that's
Right.
that's not.
Yeah, there's
it.
a vehicle. Like you're just kind of
Yeah.
like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I
That's
get in
it,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely opposite from like a Mad Max style thing because they don't,
Yes.
it's not comparable or whatever. It's about the sport and the honor and everything.
But as
Yeah.
violent. As violent.
But it's violent,
as
yeah.
Mad Max
It's
and the
violent, yeah,
Apocalypse.
and the violence
Yeah.
is very honest looking. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, when that girl gets like punched, she looks like she just got punched. Like,
Well,
it's half naked,
except
she's like,
except
"Ugh."
for the flips when Joan Chen, there's a few times where they flip her around and she jumps. And if she's landing flat on her back or on her side fully, it's her, except for
Yeah.
those parts. Like
Right.
when it's obviously not her,
Mhm.
it's not her, but every other time it is her.
Yeah.
They're doing it all, man. Like everyone's like getting nailed and shit. It's like they really are going for it. Okay.
Well, I like her stances as well. It seems like that's what you would like she's getting ready and she's all nimble and she does the Spider-Man poses and stuff. That's pretty.
Yeah,
Yep.
she looked like Black Widow in a lot of them. Just
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to own this. I never really heard of this before, and it's really, I mean, it's a step above most other like low budget. I mean, it's probably wasn't super low budget, but
We'll look at, I'll take a look.
but
I'll
yeah,
take
the quality. I mean, it's high quality stuff, and I just like that weird world that they created for themselves, where like, eating from a lizard, the back of a lizard is luxury, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll
what
look more details now. Okay, hold on. Let me get the specs here. So it's
Okay.
David Webb Peoples. It's 1989. He wrote the script in 1977. So it was 10 years before they got a chance to even make this. It's the only movie that he directed, but he wrote a shit ton of other stuff if you look at his credits.
Mhm.
So I needed, if you order from Umbrella and you're in Canada, you need to get $200 worth of stuff in order to get free shipping. So I ordered the Terrifier set, I believe. No, Dust Devil. I'd ordered Dust Devil, and I needed something else, and I could not find anything else. So I literally, and I'll make myself big for this for a second, I literally just saw this cover, and I was like, ooh, that looks awesome. And
Oh, wow.
it's like, okay, and then the back cover is this. I was like, well,
Oh,
that
wow.
looks even more awesome than
Nothing like that in the movie.
right? No. This is, well, yeah, not this suit, but the other suit's accurate.
Yeah.
But like, so, and then this gives you like a booklet, the script. This is the rule. I have the rules of the game Jugger, which is really being played now in 2 forms.
Mm.
So I needed to get the free shipping. So I just paid $100 for this without ever knowing what it was. I literally looked at it, I thought this poster looks cool. It's Rutger Hauer, Joan Chen. I didn't look at the other names. And I do get feelings for stuff. And there's a few times like I'm just like, this is gonna be awesome. I know it. I'm like, this will be awesome. I'm like, I know this is gonna be awesome. I'm just gonna order it. And I ordered it and I had to wait because that was in stock, but Dust Devil wasn't. And I was like,
Pre-order.
so I was like, I was just dying, and then I finally got this. It's the first thing I didn't put Dust Devil in, even though I loved it. I didn't. That's the movie that I ordered. I was like, I forget.
Hey, you already knew what that was.
I knew what that was exactly. I threw in Jugger, and I just hit play on the first disc. I was like, this is the greatest. Like, I'll tell you at what point in the movie where I was like, this is the greatest movie ever. So I started watching this. I was like, well, this is awesome. I was like, okay. I'm like, this is awesome. So, long story short, boom, got the CD soundtrack immediately ordered on eBay because you can't get it anywhere else. And then one sheet, there's the poster, the one sheet 27x40, the official poster for Blood of Heroes. The Jugger poster, the Australian version, the Salute of the Jugger poster is not the proper size of a normal poster because they have different sizes.
Yeah.
I can't, my OCD, I can't have a weird size. It's like that doesn't fit my thing. So I was like, I'll just get I'll get the Blood of the Heroes poster, which is fine. All right, so yeah, I love this movie, and I forced everybody to watch it and to do this stream. So let's get into it. First off, we start off with a bit of a backstory here. People no longer remembered the golden age of the 20th century. They didn't remember the miraculous technology or the cruel wars that followed. They didn't remember when Juggers first played the game. It's only called the game. It's not called Jugger. That's one thing to note.
Right.
Or how it came to be played with a dog skull, and they go to dog towns and stuff like that. Yeah. You start the thing off with them saying, "The Juggers are coming. The Juggers are coming." And this is already epic because, hey, Castle Grayskull, how's it going? Thanks for being here. The sorceress is in the building. Yes, boom.
See, with the title song of the Jugger, I thought this could be like an Andy Sedaris movie, but it's not that at all.
No. And I have all of his movies except for 7. I think that's the only one I don't have. But I actually I don't own them like physically. I have them all, shareable.
Oh no, you and me both, bro. Well,
yeah, Andy Sedaris is great.
I've got the
okay, so hold on. We got info on the game. Yeah, the Golden Age. So the music already starts off awesome. And you've got these guys, and I'm thinking this is Dungeons and Dragons. There's this party of guys walking around with weapons and stuff, going to different towns and meeting up with people and fighting guys. I'm like, this like I was like, this is D&D right now. This is better than the real Dungeons and Dragons movie because there's traveling, you meet guys, there's random encounters. There's literally the
building XP every time you win about,
and you get items, right? And then like one of your party dies, then they have to roll a new character, and then the new character shows up right at the next town or whatever. Like she comes in.
It's like D&D with Maxploitation drag, and but you don't get Fred Williamson in a crazy looking car.
No, and I like Fred Williamson, but okay, so I mean the music sounds very fantasy epic, but a little bit industrial sounding too. They've kind of meshed it all. Like there's clanging and drumming, and it's like they mesh those two together, so you get a sense of like what's happening. In the work print, that beginning part was longer. I don't like the work print, just in case if any. The work print has the scene with the collector guys, those guys that come to collect the taxes, and it has a campfire sequence where Gandhi explains that there was one particular Jugger match where the Quick was so out of it that he ran and scored on himself and ended the game by scoring on himself. That's what's in the campfire scene. So in the work print, both scenes are present. In Blood of Heroes, they've removed the tax collecting scene and left the thing. But in this version, Jugger, they've removed that scene and added the collecting scene back. So this is my preferred version. The only reason is because, talking about the Quick doing the other thing, that's fine. I don't really care about that. I don't care that we lost that. The work print, every scene is just a smidge longer. So when Dog Boy's injured here in this first Jugger match or the game, when he's injured in this first game, we see that Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays young Gar is his name. So Gar gives him the thing to help him walk as he feels bad for him. What we get, we see that he feels bad because he's kind of looking back and be like, oh, this guy, I kind of fucked up, right? So it's just things that we don't need. Like when they're removing Sallow's eye and stitching it up, there's extra dialogue. It's like it starts with him saying, "Oh, you can play with one eye. It's fine. You just have to turn your head." Right before that, he's like, "Oh, you lost an eye. It's going to be tough. It shouldn't be that bad." Like it's just extra little dialogue bits that okay, we don't need it. Like
no, it's more impactful just to cut to the crutch.
Yeah, it's just like exactly. So that's with the beginning here. They show the bag of skulls they're getting ready here, but they show a bag of skulls. I don't know if I'm going to be able to exactly chapter to it. But the bag of skulls, this is everyone getting prepared. Like you think they're going to get prepared for like some sort of gladiator match, but it's actually a sport. But they have their bag of skulls that you take from town to town to show your progress, who you've defeated as your trophies. And they look at it and the guy examines it. And he's like, okay, and then that's. See,
I didn't get that the first time around, but the second time I was like, oh, so
yeah.
Let me ask you this: how many times have you seen this?
Five times.
And you other guys?
Just This was my second and a half, basically.
Because it wasn't until the second time also, I had a hard time following who is who because it looks like they just all look like members of Gore when they're fighting.
Right.
So the second time I was able to pay more attention, like, oh, he's got the tire, on the face. Oh, he's got that helmet. And
the filming of it's kind of especially in the American version, because there are little tidbits cut and made faster. So yeah, it's going to be hard to be like, wait, who's that guy again? Until they fight the Red City, all the teams look the same.
Yeah,
they
all look like War.
Yeah,
in Kalka though, they're blue.
Yeah, and Kalka is the first time they really get different.
Because they're getting better as they're moving, towards the city. But then when they back away from it, the matches are too easy and they don't like it. And then they're like, let's go head back to the Red City. And then the guy's like, well, I don't want to go back. So just so everybody knows, it's the Quick is the person who grabs the skull. They're basically the only person who can touch it. They're the one who has to put it on the spike to win. The Slash is the team lead. That's Rutger Hauer. The Quick is Joan Chen. The Drive, that's Mbulu. That's the character's name. That's Delroy Lindo. Big Simber is the back charge. Young Gar that's what's his name? This D'Onofrio with the spinning weapon. He's the macer. He's the macerer. And then there's the coach whose name is Gandhi. So the Slash uses a busser. The Quick has no weapons. The Drive and the back charge use the ram basher. And the macer uses a macer. So the macer is the chain weapon. You can tell by their weapons. So Rutger Hauer's the only guy, because he's the Slash. One of his has a Q-tip end, and the other end has the hook.
Yeah.
So that's how you could tell who he is. And then the other two, back drive and the Drive and the back charge, have the same kind of Q-tip weapon, but the back charge can be used to pin guys. So that's where Bone, who is played by Richard Norton, Bone is a back charge because Gonzo says to him, "Oh, pin the guy I'm going to take down." He's like, "What? You're going to pin this Slash on a challenge? Like this is nonsense." But that's because he knows it's Sallow, right?
Right.
So was Richard Norton's speaking role cut from the American version? Because I don't remember. Or I
don't think he actually talks. He's kind of like cut back and forth a little bit.
Yeah.
In there. It is drawn out more because his name's Bone in the full cut.
Yeah.
When I saw his name in the credits, I paid more attention the second time, and I was like, "Oh, there he is," but he doesn't look like Richard Norton yet.
So it's 10 minutes difference or 11 minutes difference between the Americanized version and the Australian version.
Yeah.
So there's little pads here and there and adds and subtractions that aren't in the Australian one.
Right. I want to point out the brilliant timekeeping system, because how do you keep time?
This was fascinating.
Great. Yeah.
You're wondering if the guy is like going 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, clang, 1,000, 2. Like it's not every second, and it's not every minute.
Yeah.
So it's like it was such an odd timing thing, but it was like that's that guy's job. And the 3 piles of rocks, 100 rocks per pile, because it's 100 stones a minute, and that's even what they say.
It takes exactly long to bend over, pick it up, and toss it. That's exactly how
it's
long.
Kind of the way you got to look at it is, that also is the most boring job on the planet for doing this game.
But you wonder if the village autistic person probably does it.
But if you notice something, he never gets distracted by the action and never looks. Someone has to come and tap him and say the game is over.
Right.
So he is committed.
The autistic person in the village. I didn't say that to be mean.
No.
That's like your job.
Really
that's the perfect job for that guy. To do exactly that.
Not only that, it's male and females both participate equally in the sport because it has nothing to do with anything other than your skill and your like Big Simber. Yeah, she's a big woman, but the Quick is small. You want a small Quick who's got less armor and all that.
Right.
Sand or water pouring. Yeah, you could do that. But there needs to be some sort, because then what jar do you use? Like, they don't have a lot of things here. Like rocks you can pick up anywhere and you just throw it at something. Once you get to the league, once you get to Red City, you're going to see everything's the same, just a bit better and more organized. but it's realistically better. We'll get to. I'll tell you what.
To what he's saying there, actually, sand and water can't work because then the players have to be looking at the time clock.
Oh yes, they
sound is the signal, so they know how far along they are in the game. And I guarantee you, a player like Rutger is counting every one of them.
He is counting.
He knows exactly where it is. So it has to be it's like referee whistles or stuff like that. So as far as the audience, you could do sand or water, but the players are the ones that matter. So you got to have that audible sound gonging in the background.
And for a movie, it makes it more dramatic and like it's like the drum beat, like when they're on those those rowing ships and
it adds tension and it's really, really well done that way. Yeah.
And Michael Westmore worked on the thing, which is he's the Star Trek guy and all that.
Yeah.
That was interesting to see him. Makeup guy, yeah. I love that Joan Chen already has scars. So she's already said that, okay, she's participated in these events. She knows what to do. She's pretty decent. The parents don't like it. The parents say it's hard to live everywhere. And it is better in the Red City, but we'll see. We'll talk about that once we get there. This first match is just to introduce the game, the players, how it works. I love that he's like, I love every line by Rutger Hauer here because everything is just the bare minimum words needed to convey. It's like this is why I don't like the work print. It's a little longer, and it's better that he just says it's like we're playing like old women. Mm-hmm. That's it. It's like there isn't a big speech. All right, guys, he's the team lead. Okay, guys, round 2. We better get. There's none of that. It's like. What the hell's happening here? Right?
No, I like what he says that we should be drinking and fucking by now.
yeah. Like, why is this still continuing on or whatever? Yeah.
Work hard, play hard. The thing was like the thing that I liked the second time more was like the first time I was having a hard time getting a handle on what is this game, how's it played, what are the rules, blah blah blah. But then when I watched it the second time, it was like, I'm glad there isn't a part you have to sit through where they explain the rules and go through all that rigmarole. So it makes for a better second watch.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of like, okay, so you get kind of, I mean, if you know football, you're like, okay, you can kind of get it. Okay, they got to grab the skull. Looks like they got to put on. It's a 1-round match because it's so brutal in real Jugger. So they do have real Jugger now. There's 2 Juggers. There's Wasteland Jugger and Jugger. Wasteland Jugger is played like this, but the weapons are obviously not real weapons. They're nerfed in a sense. But there is Sport Jugger where they're using foam weapons and they're spinning and everything. And it's played. I just watched 2024 and 2025. I watched the final matches. And in that one, there's many scoring sessions because it's a lot faster. And the way it works is that if you get hit by a weapon, you just have to sit down and take like a timeout break, and then you're back in the game, as opposed to being injured and out.
If I know we were like correlating it to like football and stuff, it's closer to rugby.
Well, I was going to say rugby.
Rugby's the more accurate, and then especially watching it the second time, you kind of start understanding the actual rules without, like you said, Russ, without them telling us. But even I'm sitting there going, okay. So the quicks can fight each other, but no one else can jump in. Oh, no one else can jump in until you've taken care of your person that you're guarding. And then like the macer is the main thing to protect the quick, but only if you have like the upper hand. Like it was a lot of, I know there's a lot of movie isms to make it dramatic, but I was like, by the end of the movie, I was like, I'm starting to understand the rule set here and how each one of these things work. And I was like, I was digging on it.
Yeah, the macer wants to also protect their goal, right? It's so his dog boy is getting pissed off here, but like really, like Vincent D'Onofrio, like what are his options here? There's so much going on because do I go forward? It's like a goalie even in hockey. Like, do I go forward or do I try to leave the net and go closer? Right. Even soccer, like how far out do I venture before it becomes dangerous and I've got to kind of go back? Yeah. So, and the reason why the Slash later asks Simber to pin the guy is that he's better than she is, right? So it's like the Slash is your best guy, right? And he has the most versatile weapon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anyways, so they win here, but Dog Boy is injured. Now there is a very cool thing where they're doing this. They're getting payment, and the payment is like nuts, bolts, gears, whatever little things you could use to repair things, right? Because you're not making new nuts and bolts. Like you forget screws, nuts, bolts, washers, bearings. Like you can't make more of them, or at least it's harder to get them. So they become commodities. Like, oh, I could repair this if only I had, a new pair of nuts and bolts or whatever, right? Like
for want of a screw.
For want of a screw, yeah.
Which is also what they're doing in this scene.
And I wanted to point out that after the match, all the Juggers salute themselves. That's the salute that
I loved. I love that. That's like the lineup and everybody, giving each other five, going off of the field or something like that. Like you already touched on it, but it's the honor among the sport. Like you're trying to kill each other during this game, but that gets turned off as soon as the game's over.
Immediately. I can't. The call. Go ahead, Ross.
Well, even when they get to the city, they were saying like that one guy said, "I've never actually hurt a guy on purpose."
That's right.
Right.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That's not a thing that they do. If you happen to hurt them, that's
he's like, I've crushed guys. I've ground their bones to dust. It's like, but only to put the skull on the stick, not on purpose or whatever. Yeah.
I really like that.
And anyone who thought, when we get to that, we can expand. But anyone who thought that he was going to do that didn't understand this movie. I knew immediately. I'm like, oh, he's not going to do that, because up until this point, every Jugger, that big one-eyed guy, oh, he's going to beat the crap out of you. He's going to kill you. They're going to.
I like that.
Every single Jugger has honor. All of them. And I was like, I can guarantee you that this guy's not going to do that, because he didn't salute Lord Vile. He went by and he didn't salute him. He because he knows that guy's a scumbag, right? And it's like, I'm not doing that. I knew for sure. I was literally thinking, if this guy does do this, then this movie is bullshit because it's breaking its own rules. And it did. I knew it wouldn't, though. I was like, I guarantee it won't do this. I understood what this guy was going for in this movie big time. I'll tell you exactly when I thought, oh yeah, this is this is like in my top 20 for me. I think I love this movie. It's great. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hold on. The tattoo. So this tattoo signifies that he played in the league. It's more like a brand. It's more like a branded thing. So he played in the league, which we don't know what that is yet, but it's the better version of this.
But Van Damme has been in that role. He would have had two on either side of his forehead.
Oh, stop it, Ross.
But this is professional sports, right? Like they are playing like professional sports today. There's no blood feuds in professional sports either.
Right.
Just literally like it's about the competition. Everything you see MMA, they beat the crap out of each other, and then at the end they hug it out. Like it's it is.
They're eating dinner together at the end of the game. It's exactly that. Yeah.
Like professional wrestling, which is more of a theatrical than a sport, but you still have the same thing. They beat the crap out of each other, and they're hugging back, and they're meeting up for dinner afterwards.
It was. And it skips past this quickly, but this is another important thing to the movie is the dynamic after these games. They are these heroes that are out there, but they're also going from town to town. So now it's a chance to sample what this town has to offer. So they get the spoils of war almost at the end. Good food, women, men, it didn't matter. They were all, for a minute, I thought the tall chick in there was looking at the other girls, and then they were like, well, no, there's the dudes. I was like, I would have been fine either way she went, but there's like, oh, I was looking for the guys. Like, you have all these girls for everyone. Where's my treat because I'm a female? Right. So
they had them.
The dudes look pretty sad though.
They did. Right. They get sadder and sadder as the movie goes, but
they're pretty slim pickings.
Interesting to note, Mbulu Delroy Lindo is actually gay in the script.
Really?
Yes, that just got cut out because 1989. That's it.
So here's the thing: I didn't need that though.
I didn't need it either
because I don't like. You could have told me he was a religious man, and that's why you never see him partake of the spoils. Also, he looks fucking awesome in this movie.
I know
those scars down. Like that was, and then
you're gonna be all thread.
All white thread. I was like, it's such almost like a racist joke, but it was funny because then Delroy laughs too, so everybody's in on the joke. That caught me off guard. I was like, that was a good one.
I've got a question to ask later about a term, but one term. What I like about a movie is they didn't just create the sport from scratch. They created the lingo and slang around the sport, right? So the juggers, he says, "Oh, you didn't put the medal up. Put the medal up." Like that relates to putting up your macer weapon and swinging it and protecting me. And so it's like they didn't, it's like hit a homer. Like, what does that mean?
But you know what he means when he says it.
Yeah, isn't that genius? Like someone had to think of the lingo, because like if someone doesn't know anything about, let's say, baseball, and say, "Oh, that guy hit a homer," someone's like, "What are you talking about? Oh, it's a home run. What does that mean?"
Which guy's homer?
Right. So, but this one, it's clear. You're like, he should have kept the medal up. It's like, oh, right, that makes sense. That term makes sense. Hey, how's it going, Oliver? I recall this actor and George Timmer and another side together. It was called Wedlock.
Yeah, that's another Richard horror movie.
Awesome. The other thing, I wanted to point this out. I noticed this on my 5th viewing. Kidda, Joan Chen, gets her mouth guard by ripping the piece off of the guy's armor. I didn't catch that the first few. The first time I watched it normal. The next couple times I watched the work print and stuff, and those second, third viewings, I kind of just fast forwarded to parts where, oh, this is new, and I watched the new part. Mm-hmm. So when I watched it again for taking notes now, I know, and then the other time was when I showed it to Steve. But then this time around, I was really paying attention, and she actually goes up to the guy and rips a piece off of his armor and puts that as her mouth guard, which is why it looks kind of weird. I thought that is so cool. Just a random.
Yeah.
It's a random. Now, okay. Look how cool this is. Tells you the honor system, the level of honor. This guy's done. The audience knows it. The team knows it. Kidda takes her opportunity to say, "I can be your new quick." Salo's like, the guy's good.
Yeah.
He's good. He'll heal. He's good. The team stays with them until he himself then says, I don't think I can do it, guys. They would have stuck with them. I don't think they would have let him go. He literally got them together and says, I can't do it, because he also has honor for the sport and his team to say, look, I can't do this, and you guys can do it better without me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They live by the Rick Astley code. Never going to give you up.
Never going to give you up. Yeah.
Another good makeup addition, because they call him Dog Boy. He's kind of got this like dog feature.
Yeah.
Rutger even gives him water. Instead of handing him the container of water, pours it in his hand and he laps it out of his. I was like, that's such a Mad Maxism. You know what I mean? Like, all that stuff. I was like, that was actually really cool.
Dude, I had that in my notes too. Isn't that genius? Like, think of the details of this. Like, I don't know if in the script, I have the script. I don't know if it says, it might say, give it to him, but like, just coming up with something like that is so genius, like such details. Sorry, Steve, you're going to say something?
Okay. I actually thought Dog Boy was going to come in at the end when everyone was getting injured. I thought he would make his appearance. And I thought that would have been something where he came back, and because he says at the end of this, he says, "I'll catch up to you when I'm good again."
Yeah. I'll find out where you went after the city. Like, he knows they're going to go there, do their thing, and leave. And he's like, I'll ask around and find out which direction you went.
Yeah.
And, it's like, and it's still possible that maybe he does. It would have been cool when it gets to the end if he was the quick again.
Yeah.
The whole new one at the end.
Boy.
Yeah. Return of the Dog Boy. That's a whole nother movie.
Yeah. But you see, it's not too much of that would be a big time movieism sport thing, right? Oh, the guy comes back or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're not going for that. It's realistic. No, he's injured. I wanted to mention a line that was said earlier that we passed. Kidda says, "I can win." And her mom says, "Win what?"
Yeah.
Fuck. That is awesome.
We'll circle back to that at the end.
Yeah.
All right. But even as a viewer, we don't even know what that means, because we haven't seen the Red City or the talk of what's out there. She's just like, there's something better than this right now.
Is there
Fortress?
Ooh, Fortress is great.
Cool. Yeah,
I love Fortress.
They mention they use the term daughter like a couple times, which I didn't understand. Like, I didn't get what they were saying. Like, when they're sitting there and they're like Mbulu says, "Oh, I have a daughter," and it's like, is that a drug or something? Because then later he goes back to Dog Boy's like, oh, do you need a daughter? I'm like, I actually put the subtitles on. I'm like, what are they talking about? I have no idea. I don't know if somebody can figure that out or not. It's weird. So they're sitting there and he's getting stitched up. He's like, oh, I'm okay. I have a daughter. I'm like, is that like, what does that mean?
Like a DODDER?
No, daughter, like your daughter, like you have the
daughter and a girl? Yeah, I don't know. Huh.
Yeah, like
it must be a drug, or it must be some sort of thing.
Is that who he's carrying around in that cabinet on his back?
Yeah, that's all their supplies.
We got old girl in there.
A cabinet backpack, yeah.
I just like how he's so like slight, and he can carry that thing, that cupboard around on his back.
Yeah. All right, so and they talk about the 9 kings, the 9 cities. Here's your tax collecting guys. In the work print, when they come and they take everything in the very next scene, I think Kidda says, oh, how are we going to pay for stuff? He's like, oh, we've got money. And he's like, but they took everything. He's like, that's right. And when the next guys ask for everything, how am I going to give them something if I don't have everything? If I don't have anything. So he didn't give them everything. He's like, it's like they take everything, but there's many piles of everything.
Yeah, he's got gears in his shoes.
Yeah. So I love that. That was kind of a fun thing, but they take, they take the
It's
tribute
like
here.
A bag of tribute.
Pouch.
Which also, it's not shown on here, but our manager character on this is wearing a chest of drawers on his back.
His cupboard.
It's a cupboard of just drawers and ways to keep things.
And he's Indian, so it's Indian in the cupboard. No.
Oh.
Well, the actor's name is Gandhi, and they're just like, just use your. That's a cool name. just keep that as the character name. So he was supposed to be he was supposed to have a Japanese name that means old fart, and I think one line alluding to that old fart makes it in the work print, like. So I don't know what it was, like a Japanese term that means old fart. So that was his name. And he's like, what? Why am I called that? But okay, just use Gandhi. Who cares? Yeah. So they also mentioned the one-eyed guy from Kalka, and Rutger Hauer becomes a one-eyed guy. So that's just a nice random thing.
Yeah.
It's actually the opposite eye as well. But all right, so they take their thing. That's the one vehicle you got to see right there.
That's it. And it doesn't even drive away. It's like you hear it, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So we talked about this earlier when J-Man was talking about like what was added and what was deleted. I actually don't want this scene. This scene doesn't matter. Like, why would they spend the energy to go out and hope you're going to run into someone to collect taxes? Why are you going after all these like outside dog towns, they call them?
Right.
Like, they have nothing. Why are you going for it? And then it also messes up Dog Boy in the next scene after this, because as soon as this is over, it cuts to Dog Boy sitting on the ground telling everyone that he can't move. And it's a very weird cut. It goes from this to everyone standing. In the American cut, we get the campfire scene.
And then it cuts
for the night, and then it cuts to him waking up to the realization it's now morning and his leg isn't better, which is what he told Rutger Hauer. It'll be fine by tomorrow, you know. So as much as I think that thing looks cool, these guys mean nothing to me. They don't even come back and play anything to do with the Red City later, other than the 9 Kingdoms. That we also don't get any backstory on the 9 Kingdoms. No. So I would say, for me, you get rid of this, put the campfire back on, because it is a bonding moment talking about something of the sport and stuff like that. So that's my 2 cents on.
I would prefer both. I would prefer both scenes, but I
would go for that too. Let the campfire be after this.
Yeah. Yes, but I like this scene, and the reason why is because these guys do appear later in the Red City, and when he walks by them, he kind of like is like off put a little bit by them. You'll see, I'll point it out. I only noticed it now. I was like, oh, there they are, because I was looking at their coats and you can see these guys. My impression was that they accidentally came upon them and said, oh, they're here. Let's take some of their tax. Let's take some of our tax money.
It just seems like a a lot of expenditure of resources.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
But I like seeing the vehicle, and I like the world. These are the only world building guys we got who say, "Oh, there's 9 kingdoms and stuff." So it's like, I like that. And then they say, "Oh, that guy coming up in that town's going to be brutal," and all of that. So it makes it seem like, oh, Kalka's going to be a pumped up spot. Your dog boy is not going to be able to handle that big, tall, one-eyed monster that's coming up.
Then I'm with you. I think both should have.
I think both is the answer.
And people are afraid of these guys from the 9 cities. People are.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this looming thing that people are afraid of, and you imagine like 9 cities, big structures and all that, and then you get like this little phone shed in the middle of the desert later on.
Yeah,
and like
it's an underground city.
Yeah, like clearly the Juggers could beat the crap out of these guys. Like, but they don't. So there's something going on that we're missing. Like, why are they kneeling down? Like, why are you kneeling? They come up
saw them be badasses, and then these guys come along with their little vehicle, and they're like, "Oh shit!"
Well, I feel like they're a necessary device because you can make the argument like if the Juggers just keep winning in the Dogs towns, why would they not be elevated? Why would they not be,
right?
More.
Yeah, so these guys are still on top or whatever.
And you need that device to keep them down. Mm-hmm. And it's just a perpetual wheel of having to move from town to town because there's always a chance that, whatever wealth you get, these guys are going to take. And that's how they keep the population down and keep them needing to circulate through the dog towns. It's because these guys are around who could just rob them if they want.
On your note there too, it kind of works too if you wanted to be like that the Juggers are so revered and renowned by the normal people. Us as an audience, we feel now they're untouchable as they're progressing. So this is kind of a moment to be like, oh wait, there's a hierarchy here. And now it kind of leveled the playing field for the audience to realize, oh, there's something above the Juggers.
And that's why later when he goes, you're almost treated like one of them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like if you're in the league, you're almost one of them. You're not quite there. Yeah. This scene is important, but this is why we do this. This is why we're doing this stream so that we can talk this out.
Yeah.
We can break it down and figure. But the campfire scene, I don't like losing it because it makes more sense in like saying by morning. Like literally, that seems like 5 minutes. You could have it in here. Like I don't understand why.
It's not even 5. I went back to it. It's 2 minutes.
It's 2 minutes. Clearly, you have this. Yeah.
They're cooking a little piece of meat that they brought with them. Yeah. The guy is telling the story. They're laughing, and Joan Chen is in the background as an outsider still.
Yep.
So she's not accepted in, and now we get everyone is awake, and Dog Boy is still sitting there, and now we understand where he's like, yeah, I can't stand. Which is going to be the thing that comes up after this. Right there. He's like, I can't stand. There, it literally cuts from the tax collectors to everyone standing around Dog Boy.
Yeah. And so it's got a
weird. Yeah.
It's a cut and then a fade out from you see the sun, and then he stands up in front of it and blocks the sun, and then it's like, oh, I can't go on. So you get the sense that it's morning, but it would have been nice to have it would have been nice to at least, if you weren't going to have the campfire scene, to at least fade to black and then fade back and saying, oh, that was the night. And then anything. Anything. Yeah. It's a weird, you could tell that something was removed or whatever.
It sort of looks like Dog Boy sort of looks like Michael Palin in this scene.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
So here's the thing too. There you go. Totally. Cheer up, Brian. Anyway, so there's a scene where since this part of the movie doesn't move like in any kind of breakneck speed.
Yeah.
I will mention this here. Like, I wasn't like that impressed with the actual Jugger fight scenes. Maybe more the second time than the first time. Mm-hmm. But this movie's strength, unlike most of the other Maxploitation movies, is that the cast and the writing is so good. It's more like a drama that happens to take place in a post-apocalyptic future than an action movie with chases and explosions and stuff like that.
100%.
So if they want to slow it down at this point in the movie for an extra campfire scene and an extra bit with the guys being oppressed, this is the time to do it, and it'll be fine. I mean, it
explains why for the American cut they're like, we don't need this shit.
Yeah.
The American cut for the 80s would be like cut.
Yeah.
And end on a freeze frame at the 5 minutes before it actually ends. Woo!
Everybody jumping up in the air.
Yeah, there's a whole shit ton of stuff after the fact. You're like, wait a minute. And you have those Juggers of Doom, which look like predators. I was like, what the shit? They're going to fight the predators?
Cut that out of the movie. I mean, geez.
I was stunned. I was like, Sean, that's the first thing Sean said to me when I was like, did you watch Jugger? He's like, oh, you mean with those predators at the end? What the show? What the hell? Yeah, he didn't say predators. I'm saying, he said, what'd you say, Sean? Glow in the dark?
Glowing eye guys.
The glowing eyes, man.
I was like, it's Predator at the end.
Better ending the Predator Badlands.
The Predators are coming at the end. Yeah. The Predators are coming. The Predators are coming. So here's Joan Chen. This is just practice. So we get to learn the game a little bit here. Some good lessons, like
an audition too for her, I think, a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
Take it to the limit.
With a good montage song going on.
But like, you got to see Gandhi get in. Now this is a little bit of foreshadowing because Gandhi came in there for a couple of hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, he might be someone to watch for. All right, they come to this town. This is Kalka. Now they're all in blue, and there's like these monks back there too. Did you see the monks? Like, there's these monk guys.
Oh yeah.
Hey Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, brother?
You gotta watch this movie, Dan. It's awesome. Just buy it on 4K. It's like $60, but it's
worth it.
You can trust me, man.
Trust me, buddy.
Just do it.
Trust me. So, all right. So yeah,
man, everybody's doing it.
Right.
Yeah. So where's the one-eyed guy? Well, we can see him better later.
Yeah, he comes up a lot better later.
you
It's
can
like
see
a
him-
real quick him getting armored up beforehand.
Yeah.
And this is where we see her doing a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, like she's getting her, forget the pun, her feet under her, learning
Right.
a little bit more about what her role in this is.
Yeah. And he says, he's like, oh, you did pretty good. It's like not bad. So that's like super high praise or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she's looking for someone to have fun with, and there isn't anyone. So she just, there's the one-eyed guy. There he is.
He looks so
Doesn't
cool.
Rutger Hauer come into the there's like more than once when he comes into the tent with like some other chick, right? Where he's like,
yeah, because whatever town they're in, they just get whatever chicks are available or whatever.
right. The Jugger groupies.
Yeah. Well, it's like the town. You basically can do whatever you want in the town if you win. That's sort of what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they're lining up too, so it's not like anyone's forced into this.
That is a good point, Charlie.
Yeah, it's almost like it's an honor to get with one of the Juggers.
Yes.
Hell, it could be how they keep the bloodlines thinned out a little bit better than mixing in the town.
Right, because the one kid here is disappointed when he's not chosen. Like he was like, "Oh, I wanted to be chosen, but I didn't get chosen." He's actually sad. Yeah, it's a good thing. Like remember, like this isn't like there's nothing bad going on in that way. It's like, yeah, they want to do it. It's part of their ritual of all of this.
Right.
And you thought that they were going to beat each other up, but they're Juggers and they hug each other because
I love this.
This is awesome.
It was so good.
Because doesn't Rutger make this goofy face and he makes the guy crack up?
Yeah, he makes fun of his eye. Like he blinks his eye like you're missing an eye, and then the guy's like, "Oh."
He's also like half drunk at this point too, and he's just like, "I don't want to have to fight this guy drunk." Look to him.
Oh, no.
Now, Rutger Hauer here, Sallow says that two Juggers can't make love because the scars rubbing on themselves. It's like it's uncomfortable and weird. Which later he then says, "I like scars."
Yeah.
Which is cool. Then you got the montage. Every sports movie needs to have we're going through all of the players, right? Like different teams training, different teams. There's like the rain battle. There's like the big sunset battle.
Yeah.
There's the rain battle.
Really cool. I like this one. Visually, it's just really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to point this out too, just for the 4K people. The 4K cleaned, like they didn't just put it on 4K and then they went home they went through every single shot and they showed this on the making of the 4K, like cleaned up everything. They got the cinematographer back.
I was going to say he came back to do this too, to supervise everything they did.
Yeah.
So no,
like
it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But it's not it's not so polished that it feels fake again, which James Cameron did. This felt just like film, like you were standing there watching this happen in real time. It was really well done.
Yeah. All right. So what was my next thing? Oh yeah. So Silk. They talk about Silk in the league. They don't. There's not. You get a little bit of backstory slowly with Sallow's character. There's the disappointed look of Joan Chen with like all these goofy guys. There's this
is where she gets with D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
I love Rutger Hauer's reaction to this entire thing.
Yeah, he just doesn't care. He's like so relaxed about, like you thought they were in trouble or something, and he's like, now look, you can't even see this properly here on the 4K. This is crisp as hell. Like the blacks are good.
His mouth detail. You see them detail. This movie's rated R, language and violence, no nudity or anything in this. No. But you see everything in the 4K. It was kind of, again, it's like watching the movie again for the first time. You know, just even on an old CRT on a 27-inch television, you can see shit.
Like look at this. This is just like
VHS first, right, Charlie? So
this was all VHS first time I watched it.
And you saw Blood of Heroes. You wouldn't have seen this one.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it was. It literally got to watch a whole new movie today watching it. Yeah.
Look at this. This may as well be the Batman. Can't see shit or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, are you watching the Batman right now? No, this is the shit version of Salute of Jugger. Well, it looks like the current The Batman. I'm like, right.
Well, the Return of Jugger, Song of Jugger is still better than the Batman, even the shit version.
Yeah.
Well, of course, this is way better than the Batman. That's an easy one. Even though I bought that on 4K as well. Okay, so what else we got here?
So D'Onofrio, I noticed in this movie, and I don't know if this is just a D'Onofrio thing or a character choice. He rocks back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
Like he's itching to go all the time.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen that in his performances and other stuff. So
I think it is a character thing.
Just Full Metal Jacket, he does it again and he uses that whenever he's doing like the whole thing where he loses it in the the bathroom. He's doing a lot of that. But I feel like it's more of a character choice in this one, that he's young, impetuous, just ready to go at all times.
Yeah.
Also in 4K, realize he's a redhead. Like he's red hair in the 4K. Like had no idea.
Wow.
Yeah, his actual character's name is Young Gar. So it's not just Gar, they call him Young Gar. It's like, cause it's like he's all energetic. So it is a character choice. I love when they're getting these easy matches and they can't celebrate. So they say that you find out a little bit later that the reason why Sallow and Gonzo and Griffin, they only said there was two, but Griffin's later. The two guys left standing were Gonzo and Sallow, and they lasted 26 stones against the Red City League team.
Yep. And
that's why they got the attention of the league at all. And they're like, 26 stones, that's nothing. And it's like, he goes, well, no game ever lasted that long. So they thought we were like pretty good. And then in this one, they say that they beat them in like whatever stones it was, a few stones. And the guy's like, well, he goes, we can't celebrate if it wasn't a win. Like they didn't even win. It's just like, yeah, we destroyed them. It's like, what was the point of this match?
Yeah, I think they make the comment of like, well, we're just D'Onofrio's like, we're just that good, and Rutger Hauer goes, are they just that bad?
Right.
Like they just suck that bad. He's not pumping themselves up because it was too easy.
Yeah, there's nothing else to, there's nothing to celebrate. I love this outside part here where they're just walking around. This is awesome.
This beach scene. I like
this.
Is like opal. Yeah.
Yeah. It's friggin'
You can really see the chest of drawers this dude has to carry this entire movie.
He looks like Patsy. He's Patsy from what's it
Holy
called?
Grail.
Holy Grail.
Oh yeah.
Except there are
Just
no
missing the
coconuts
coconuts.
left in this post-apocalyptic future.
Yeah.
That's
You're
right.
using coconuts. It's like, where'd you find? We found them.
Found them. What do you mean you found them?
Yeah, what do you mean? This is a temperate zone. All right. So yeah, he finds the opal here, which is super cool and just random. Then he gives it to her at the end. Spoilers.
And actually, that's what this place is known for is opals. This Cooper something or another in Australia where they filmed it
Oh, I did not know that.
is a main place to find like opal gems and stuff like that.
Oh.
They wanted to film it there because every movie had been filmed in the American deserts or any of the famous deserts. They went here kind of like how Peter Jackson went to New Zealand for Lord of the Rings because nothing like this on film. Yeah. And it kind of feels like this doesn't feel like Earth.
No.
It feels like an alien planet as you're watching it because it just looks so odd. And I really like the backdrop of this movie.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it just looks cool. It's like a different, like it's just like a different world or whatever. I mean, it's just so cool. So there's the opal again, and here's where you know what I liked here? The daily routine, cleaning your teeth. Yeah. Like how would you do it? Right. So they've all got little rings of things. So it's like, I guess that's like your toothpick, toothbrush. Like everyone's got their little things that they do. And, a morning routine, someone, he goes and does what he's got to clean himself up a bit and whatever. That's kind of neat. That's a lot of details. You don't have to do that. It could just fade to the scene. Here's where Sallow decides to go face the team, the league team.
Yeah.
The Red City League. And Big Simber and Mbulu are not excited about that prospect because they're the older players. Mm-hmm. And they keep saying the league is a different game. Go ahead, Charlie.
Well, I was going to say, this is also during the walk on the beach. It was Joan Chen's character and Rutger Hauer talking about playing in front of there and getting noticed by the league. Like that's the next level up and how much she wanted to do it because originally that was not their plan. Because we find out Rutger Hauer was banished from the league play and from the Red City. So he was just on to the next game. It was Joan Chen's character and D'Onofrio to a lesser extent being like, well, what's the next step up? We need to do the next thing. And then he decides like, F it, let's go do it. And Delroy and Cinder are not in on this whole idea of even going there because they know what's going to happen. So there's a lot of going on to this decision that he makes.
And you can see Big Simber and Mbulu are like pretty scarred up. Like she is just being like burned or something. Like what the hell? He's just been scarred to shit. He's all thread as
she hides half her face in a lot of the movie. Did you pick up on that? Like especially when she goes to pick up the dudes that she has that head thing and it comes over that one side of her face. I was like, that's interesting. And then,
they're happy to go for the easy money, just wandering around. And picking up some.
They're surviving. Yeah. They're also top of the game. So it's kind of like, we're there. What else do you want us to do?
It's much easier.
Big Simber was looks so different. I didn't recognize her as the poodle lady from Batman Returns.
Yeah,
I saw her and I'm like, I've seen you before, but it didn't click because she looks so radically different from that role and this role.
Yeah, Anna Katarina. So she's in Next Gen. What else? Death of the Incredible Hulk. That is cool.
Oh yeah.
Omega Doom. Yeah.
Omega Doom, yeah.
Well, she was in the Pink Panther, the new ones with what's his face.
So
yeah.
So this is between Sean and J-Man. Is a bad Rutger Hauer movie still better than most people's movies, or is there
of course
a bad Rutger Hauer movie that's like?
Well, there isn't a bad Rutger Hauer movie, so that's the first part, and then to answer the second part is there because there is no bad Rutger.
Except for Omega Doom.
We should do the Rutger Hauer We should do the tournament of just the Rutger
Hauer movies. Yeah,
you can't use Blade Runner. No Blade Runner.
No Blade Runner.
Blade Runner can't be in because that's not really a Rutger Hauer movie.
That's
Right.
So I like that, but because you're already talking split second, so we already know
Flesh
what
and
Charlie's
Blood
going.
versus Lady Hawk versus
Blind Fury,
Yeah.
all these.
I think this would win for me, though. Out of all of those movies, this one is in my top 20, and the other one I gotta watch Flesh and Blood.
Get back to me when you've seen that one.
This is just special because it's just special because I picked it out of thin air and I just had a feeling on it, and then I just got like, I don't know what happened. I'll tell you what, I'm about to reveal the now I'm pumped up part. Not yet, we're close. It's when we get to the elevator.
This movie had unexpected dopamine for you. That's what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Like up till this point, I'm like, oh yeah, this movie's awesome because I was like, it's Dungeons and Dragons, and I immediately started writing out an RPG for it. I even have a 2-player chess style game, and I told Charlie what I told somebody what I wanted to do.
You were
just
talking to me about it.
Yeah, use nuts and bolts as the pieces, and you just have silver nuts and bolts and black nuts and bolts as the pieces that you move. So like the quick could be like, like a I don't know, like a washer or something, and then the skull could be a ball bearing, and you could put the ball bearing in the washer and move it around. So it's like you actually use the pieces as chess pieces to move around. So I started writing the rules up for it and what each player can do based on what they can do here. I've got the rules of the game because I bought the big edition of this. But
just
anyways,
because I find it fascinating. What's the last brand new movie came out that made you feel this way?
no,
like
nothing.
You're still getting feelings from movies that came out in the 80s.
Yeah, which is why
new to you now, but that's just how powerful these things are.
I thought about that big time on this movie. I thought, like I just got so pumped that I ordered everything. I'm like, no, I need to, and I'm even upset that I didn't get the shirt version because there's a t-shirt version of this.
Yeah, you don't because I did the t-shirt ones for Hardware and Dust.
I know.
And even you didn't back those, so
I didn't do that because I had a Hardware shirt anyways from before, but that was in my larger days. But so now, and I don't have it. But I was like, I should have got the shirt on this because it's just so awesome. But yeah, I got everything on it, and I even went and found the original artwork at that museum, and I messaged the lady at the museum saying, hey, I see you have these pieces up for sale, and they're original from the director. The director gave it to the museum, and they're selling all of the designs for the costume designs. They're all one-offs. They're the original thing. So they've got Gonzo, which I might get. Like all of the big ones are either gone or super expensive that they're out of my price range. But Gonzo is there, and he looks cool because he's the red, and it says Gonzo, and it's I think it's like $240 US.
That's not crazy.
Yeah.
That's an original piece.
That's not crazy. Yeah, it's not. Now for me with shipping, it's probably going to be like $450 or something like that, right? So that's a lot for me.
You're not paying for the artwork; you're paying for the shipping.
Yeah, the shipping's going to cost just as much. Anyways, so it's just that I got I've watched a lot of new movies. I watch new movies, and I'm like, it's okay. And even if I like them, I don't get that excited about it. Where I'm like, wow, like I want to make a role play. The last role playing game I started to make was that Robot Warrior or whatever it was, the one with James Remar.
James Remar. Yeah.
Robo Warrior or whatever. That was awesome. But then this movie just took this over because it actually has a game element and it looks like D&D and there's weapons. I know every weapon, what they do. Okay, so let's continue on. So now they're waiting to do the of course they're going to go. Is there anybody on this panel that didn't think that they weren't going to go? Like,
of course.
It's like, of course they're going. They're like, we don't want to go.
It's the finale, right?
Because it's 45 minutes into the movie. Of course they're going to go.
Yeah, we need an act 3. It's like,
So this is what gave me the idea, right? Because they're playing chess with these. These are all like attachments.
It's all sockets.
It's all sockets. Yeah,
it's all sockets.
So, yeah. Which is wicked, right?
Is that an hourglass?
Yeah, so there's a sand hourglass. So there's how they would take their turn on how much time each one's taking it. Those are some kind of just whatever tile thing they did on the bottom. But you also got to look at it this way. Every piece of that, even though it's a game, is a utilitarian piece. Something that they would need in this world. And you're not just carrying a game, It serves a function.
Yeah, isn't
somewhere
it
else.
genius?
Yeah, it's so cool the way they think. That's another thing I love about post-apocalyptic movies is you now have to think that way. You know, it's not just nothing's out here and we got to search for water. Now it's using all of the resources. You know, Rutger Hauer's helmet in this is tires, like little wagon tires that he's gotten cut and bolted on and stuff. So there's no cars, but there's still nuts and bolts. There's still things you're gonna need these tools for. And it fascinates me.
What I find funny is every game is still timed. In a post-apocalyptic world or dystopian world, or whatever you want to call it, you have nothing but time.
That's true.
Time is in abundance. Yeah.
But they still treasure time, and they still say we can only do this for a set amount of time before we have to move on to the next thing. Even though what is the next thing? So it's really interesting that, like, I get the Jugger game being timed because you can only beat the shit out of each other for so long before everyone's dead.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is a chess, like this I equate to a chess game. This is a, you know, like you said, Charlie, like great point. It's utilitarian, but like this is not going to destroy everyone if you're playing this game, but they still need to time it because they still need to move on to the next thing.
It's
this is
world building. This is world building 101 right here.
This is 8x12, so it's not the right thing. And is H mean horse? Okay, in 4K you could see this way better. But this is a Q for queen. This is a B for bishop. This is an H for horse, or what? Like what other
knight? They wouldn't know it. Maybe they didn't know it as a knight.
Yeah, isn't
that they found something and it's a horse?
A horse. Yeah. Isn't that absolute? Like, I mean, think about the details and how someone had to paint this on. It's not an accident. Like, what I'm saying, what I found this movie so brilliant is that everything that I was noticing while watching, I'm like, whoa, someone thought that through. The timekeeping, shit. Oh my god, how would you keep time? Right? There's 3 periods. Oh yeah, okay. Someone had to think and take white out or something and put an H on that.
Yeah,
that's a horse. Why is it a horse? Why wouldn't you put knight? Because I know what it is, but the guys in that time, as Charlie just said, maybe would not know. They just found things like, oh, it's a horse, okay. And they probably they made a chessboard as accurate as they could, but it's not accurate. It's too long.
No, it would be a totally different game now. Like they don't know the nuances of chess.
Right.
So they've just figured it out through time, or they found a book or something like that. And also, I mean, this is not a very good version of it. We're also got to realize there's black pieces and chrome pieces.
Yeah.
So there's still 2 different colors
of
how everything's working on here. So, and it could not be chess. It could just be they've taken these ideas of chess and made a completely different game. Yeah. That could be Risk. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know if those thicker ones mean something or
right. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, I'm just assuming it's chess because of the configuration or whatever.
Right, but it could be anything, but it's fascinating. The fact that we landed just on that, allowing us to talk
beautiful.
About it. There's a red hair
on that too.
Yeah, there's the hair of D'Onofrio,
oh my God, it's
man.
Adventure Team G.I. Joe.
Yeah, it does look like that.
You're right.
I was going to say Norman Osborn in the old Marvel comics, but it's definitely
G.I.
Joe.
He's got the scar. He's Adventure Team G.I. Joe.
Oh, he does have the scar. Oh, nice.
Where's the eagle eyes?
Maybe that's it's all intentional.
I love
Here's what they talk about: the 26 stones we lasted the longest.
Yeah.
So continue on. The only way you find out anything is through when they speak. By the way, like nobody says we know what a quick is because it's constantly referred to, and she's the new quick, so that's easy. The slash is said because he's the leader. They say, oh, put a pin on the slash. This guy's a slash. Okay, so Gonzo's a slash, and you know that him and Sala were the 2 best, so they're the same. The other guys, he says in that when Mbolu and Simber say they don't want to go, he's like, we'll find a new back charge and drive a drive in the next town or whatever.
Yeah, that's
and so then you're like, oh, that's what they're called, right?
Yep. Also, we haven't done it. Rutger Hauer has lost his eye at this point too.
Yes, sorry, we kind of glossed over that.
Well, it happens so fast too, but he kind of gets hooked by the other slash, and again, this isn't meant as a pun. It's a blink and you miss it kind of thing to realize what happens. That, and then they're stitching up his eye. But again, I was at that point where I went, that's it. I remember him only having one eye in this movie, and I totally forgot that it actually happens during one of the matches in here.
All right, so here we go. We're almost at the part where I'm like, okay, this is awesome. I already thought it was awesome. So they go down to the Red City. They have to pay some tribute to get down there. They're going down, and it's like this long ass thing. And as they're going, they're seeing that there is some sort of civilization. This is one of the reasons, same here, but this is why I like Thunderdome as well. I like functionality of Thunderdome. Like there's guys underneath shoveling pig shit to get the methane and all. Like someone had to sit down and write on a piece of paper, not Bartertown. Okay, action. No, hold, whoa, wait. How does Bartertown work? I don't know. Who cares? It's a movie.
Right.
No, it's not who cares, it's a movie. How does it work? How do they move that?
Are we going to put windmills in the background? Are we going to do like where are they getting? Is there no energy? It's kind of going to look dull on film if we do it this way.
Yeah.
The thought process of how we get there is amazing.
Yeah. Once we see this city, because the whole movie, so guys in chat, there's not as many people now, but if you're watching this on the replay, I appreciate it. They're going, this entire 55 minutes has been, if you get to the league, it's super pumped up. It's awesome. The cities, don't F with the cities, the kings, the cities, boom. Yeah. You get there. It sucks. Yeah. They're eating bugs and shit. And you're like, but it's better than where you just were. This movie could have easily, like you're thinking it's going to be the Dome in Logan's Run or something. They're going to get to this awesome place. It sucks. It totally sucks.
Yeah.
Right. It sucks.
But you're underground, no longer exposed to the elements.
Right. Like what they can control, your not costumes, your dress. So the overlords can dress nicer because you can control that. You can find good fabrics. You can find somebody. Yep. They have instruments. They have architecture and they can do painting. There is a part where that guy's painting and they're stepping on it, which we're going to get to.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. So there's that, but they're still eating bugs. They're putting, it's like it's a beautiful wafer, but they've got a roach on it. It's like, well, that's your protein, right? Like, and then Sean, what was it? They're eating that lizard salad or whatever. That's like crocodile salad or something.
Well, they open up the back of a lizard and you can like take stuff from it.
They're taking the meat out of the lizard. It's a monitor lizard.
Well, I was wondering if that's what's in the lizard, or if they scooped out the guts of the lizard
and they put
that in there.
Yeah,
maybe they were feeding it with tongs, but also, they'll show it here in a little bit. Like everybody's just eating whatever, but they're eating. But they make a comment earlier that when Joan Chin's like, "These boys here look like they haven't eaten in 6 months," and Rutger Hauer goes, "They probably haven't." And now, and now. There's literally food around them. Like there's some of those monitor lizards on sticks people are carrying around. Like there is abundance of stuff here. It's still not great, but it's better than up top.
Yeah. That's when I knew that someone really cared about making. They're like, how would this actually for real work if it really was like this right now? And you're like, you're not eating awesome stuff. You're going to eat garbage, but at least you're eating. You've got meat. You can get stuff up there. They're eating whatever the hell they can. Like nothing, like everyone is sick or diseased and mutated.
I had a thought about that, and they don't dwell on it. And they even it feels like they purposely left it ambiguous. They're called dog towns.
Yeah.
They play this game with the skull of a dog.
Yep.
So what's in abundance up there that they could potentially eat?
Yeah.
Like there's even a puppy. And
yes.
Think about it. Like, why do you have resources to keep a dog fed? Livestock.
Yeah. And the skull is going to be used for the game. But the kids are playing with a puppy and it's all cute. And you're sitting there thinking, that's going to be the next ball.
The first skull we see still has skin on it. Still had stuff on it because it looked very red. Because I was watching it and I was like, wait a minute, they changed the head because now it looks like the one they carry. No, it's covered in dirt and dust that stuck to it. So they eat dog up there. Yeah. And now there's a variety of things they can eat. We eat lizard down here.
Right.
I was stunned when I found out the city was underground, because generally in these type of things, you get some sort of a, like almost like a situation, because they made it like, the rich and the poor, and the cities were the rich and the dog towns were the poor. I was thinking it would have, that majesty to it, like
tall buildings,
and all that.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, that's what happens when you get that, right? That the tall buildings are, quote unquote, closer to God, and if you're underground, you're not. When we went underground, that's the exact opposite thing you think is going to happen.
Yes.
Right. Because you're like, well, now you're in the earth with the bugs, closer to this, closer to hell, I guess you could say, than heaven. And it's like, I was completely stunned when I found out that was the cities, because it totally went against the entire imagery I had in my mind about what I.
And it's so far underground. You have to plan ahead, way ahead, if you're going to go up or down. It's like might be next.
Like is the elevator that slow? Which it is slow, but it's extremely deep. Like the people trying to get on this elevator were disappointed because now they got to wait what feels like a day to get, because not only down, it's got to come back up.
If you're claustrophobic, it's like if you're stuck underground like that, good luck.
But it's like, to Steve's point, we see movies like Fury Road. He lives up on the top of the plateaus and the water is pumped up to him. Everyone lives under the dirt. Demolition Man, all of the scraps live under in the sewers. Everyone else lives up above. So it kind of breaks this picture we have in our head, expectation of it, and it kind of turns it. But it kind of still makes sense, because if you want, again, to Jay's world building, temperature is easier to control underground.
Yeah.
So you don't have freezing conditions. You don't have scorching conditions. It's actually more tepid, temperature controlled down there. Obviously, things are able to look at all the food hanging.
Yeah, I was just trying to show you. Look at this crazy. It's everything.
It looks humid as hell. It must smell.
Yeah.
Oh, it has to smell.
They had fans though. They had fans everywhere.
Yeah, fans.
There's the fan, but there's also, they'll show it here in a little bit. Rutger Hauer sticks his head in running water. That is a luxury. They don't have. That was something else I was thinking. They don't dig on it, but you showed it when Delroy was like cleaning his teeth. There's this point where everyone's got like this dust on them. And I kept thinking of like desert animals, like mammals, clean themselves in the dust. That's how they keep themselves cool. That's how they keep themselves clean. That's what we would have to do as humans. Water is still scarce. Like he gives Dog Boy his share when they talk about they're going to leave him. It's a little bottle.
It's nothing, right?
It's nothing. And he's like, that's his share of water and food. So it's still scarce out there.
Sand is coarse and gets into everything.
Yeah.
No, but Sean and I went to Burning Man, and it's crazy. It is anytime there's post-apocalyptic desert movies before you went to Burning Man, and then there's post-apocalyptic desert movies after you've gone to Burning Man. And we're like, so Sean and I have a very unique connection.
Yeah. Anakin was right. Sand does get everywhere.
You can't.
It's true.
Right?
It is true.
But like Burning Man, that's the whole thing. There's like a whole nother civilization out there. There's a whole different social circle that's happening out there that is not normal. It's normal to the human condition, but not to what we're used to.
And we were in a sandstorm. Sean and I got caught in a sandstorm, and it's unbelievable. Like it's kind of awesome.
You don't know how to breathe or,
like we came in, and my entire nostrils, my entire hair was white. You went like this, and it's like sand. You're like, how can there be this much of it? And like your whole body was engulfed in it. You're like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
After I was born, we moved. My dad was in the military, and he was stationed in White Sands, New Mexico. So we actually have some pictures, and Dad would talk about the times when sandstorms would just like right across them, because there's nothing out there to block it.
Right, right. You're right.
Well, you can see them a mile away coming, because you can see for miles.
Well, see, and I don't know if you guys know, but like White Sands is famous for, that's where they tested a lot of the nuclear stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because there's nothing out there, But I've got pictures and stuff like that. And Mom even has like a little thing of the sand, how fine
Yeah.
It is. And mom hated it. My mom grew up in the mountains. She's like, as soon as we can move, we're out of here. We went to Georgia was the next station, and then back home.
Do you know what also you don't get with underground is light? Now,
well, that's the thing. No vitamin D.
Yeah, when they're above ground, you at least can see how bad it is.
Yeah.
But down here in the dark, I find that they're probably a lot less open about what the conditions are. They probably don't understand how much better they have it because everything's in the freaking dark. Right?
That's true. Yeah, but also look at this picture here. Look how pale they are too.
Yeah.
That much further to be they're not in the sunlight.
Yeah, so
generations of rich people.
Right. Yeah. And so that's makeup because they're not. So if it's makeup, that means someone had to think about it to say, okay, hold on a second. These people are born in here. They're living their lives in here in luxury in quotes, air quotes. But they're pale. So someone thought of that. They didn't just say, let's film it and we're good to go. Yeah, we got the shots and, we're good. Let's put this out in the theater. Someone sat here and thought this all out. And I love that she says the blood of heroes here. She uses this as a thing, but she tastes the blood. She's like, I don't like easy challenges. I like the blood of heroes.
Yeah.
So which is better when she says blood of heroes or Deathstalker 2 blood when she says the
title? Well, I know. I mean,
the movie.
Yeah, that is the name of the movie, but that wasn't the name of this movie. So
no, but they didn't pull it out of thin air, which I like that it was actually a line in the movie.
In the movie, yeah. And you did say Deathstalker. Go wait, hold on. You did say it, so I got to play it. Sorry.
You gotta.
I'll have my revenge, and Deathstalker 2.
But she looks at the camera. And says,
it's gold. It's cinema. But one of the scenes you paused on earlier, I kept getting Dune vibes with these, royals and hierarchy people. It just felt, and of course, Toe Cutter himself and Morton Joe is in this. I think that's
Richard Norton, Bone
right there. Yeah, Bone.
So notice, he's a product of being in the league from day one. So he's saluting. Gonzo's like, no, I'm not that excited to salute you, buddy, because I know you're a schmuck. And that plays into later because he doesn't salute him.
I love that little tidbit right there of him giving him the salute because of course he feels like he's part of it. Like, you're my guys. And Gonzo walks right. And Gonzo, good Lord, this man looks awesome.
He is awesome.
That cool. Somebody sketched him.
Yeah.
And then went, we need this guy. Because he looks ripped right out of a comic book, right out of the post-apocalyptic handbook. Like, I love the way the Gonzo, hopefully we'll see here a little bit.
Vader wrestler.
He's got a bit of Vader to him, but a way bigger. Yeah.
I can't seem to get the part where they're stepping on this guy's painting. So there's a guy, and it's the real artist. So they hired the artist.
Yeah.
They saw this guy painting on the roads and like, can you do something? So they hired him. He really did draw that out. And they're like, and people are just walking all over it because who cares? But there is one guy out there who loves art and is doing it, but they don't really care that much about it, right?
It was a cool scene. Like, it jumped out at me seeing that. I was like,
nobody has time for art in this world.
No,
but they did. But he could do it.
He
could still be down there painting and doing it. Now it's not like a gallery or something like that, but it's still wild that he's out there doing it. Yeah.
There is a comedy bit, finally, a little bit intentional comedy bit where they're like the pies. He's ordering pies and they keep leaving. He's like, I want to go see what's going on. Oh, give us 3 pies. No, 4 pies. No, 3. Give us 3. He keeps reordering the pies.
He hands him 6 and he goes, no, it's a mistake. I ordered 4.
It's like, what? No, you did not. Yeah. This is something that the director said in the commentary. It's the Black City that's fighting, just so you know. It doesn't matter. So it's the Black City versus the Red City in this particular league game.
Oh, okay.
That's why the league.
There's 9 cities, we're told, or 9 kingdoms, or whatever they call it.
So what? Green, black, blue, red, yellow, orange, purple. Like, you can kind of white, right? Like, you can kind of figure out what they are.
I'm sure. Like, again, there's a shit ton of lore. but it's just enough, like without bogging us down about it. Like
Right.
I do like that.
There's a great part. So now here's the lords and stuff. Now they're watching. Sallow and Kidda are watching the actual league play. Now this is the first time she's seen it. She's just like, oh shit.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Like even showing it from where we're watching it from their perspective. Like they're beating the crap out of this Quick. Like he is bloodied up, beat to shit, and it's like two guys on top of him. And she's picturing herself obviously in this because she's the Quick. Right. And it feels medieval. Like it feels like they're way better armored. It's not, not wearing leather, they're wearing metal. It's I forget what you would call that, where not fish out of water, but she is not in her element right now. Out of her league a little bit, because she wanted this, and then they bring it up here in a little bit where she's like, you know how I said I wanted this? I don't think I want this anymore.
I get the impression that I almost get the impression a little bit that she's overwhelmed, and she just in the moment she said the wrong thing, but she doesn't really mean it, and a little bit to appease him. Because she's seeing now that, oh, maybe this is not good, because he meets Gonzo, but then later Gonzo pretends he didn't meet him. He sees Sallow first, and they talk. He's like, oh, what happened to Griffin? Oh, he's gone, and they talk a little bit, and then Lord Vile says, oh, they accept Sallow made a challenge, we're taking it, and I want you to fight. He's like, why am I fighting in a challenge match? That's nonsense. He's like, oh, because Sallow's going to be there. And he's like, oh, and he pretends like he doesn't know. That was cool.
That scene's coming up, and I can't wait to talk about this scene with Gonzo and this guy coming up. Like,
all right, so here he comes. Gonzo's coming up right now.
There's Gonzo talking to Sallow.
And there he is.
God, just so look at his weapon. There's nails sticking out of it. There's now an extra level of pain that can be inflicted we haven't seen in the upper games. Like he has plates in his head for a reason. Also, it's over his tattoo.
I love it. And the tattoo's kind of sticking out underneath. Genius.
The stitching, there's another scene where it gets real close up, and it's like all the scars have these tiny little stitch marks around it. This guy's awesome.
This guy's awesome.
He's probably my favorite character in this movie.
Yeah, besides Sallow.
Well, I mean, besides the team,
Gonzo, but this guy's the best. Like action figure, dude. Give this to me. There will be action figures. There's going to be role playing games. There's going to be kid version. I'm going to make the kid friendly games where it's like I'll make every version of this.
My first Jugger.
You get the red playground ball instead of a skull.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so here's the official making the challenge. This is the same. So again, same as Dogtowns, but there's a committee of guys examining all of the markings and which towns they've been in. There they are.
With amazing eyebrows.
Oh, yeah. This guy has some eyebrows.
Yeah.
He says a lot without saying a word in this entire scene.
Eyebrows deserve an Oscar.
Sallow hides behind Mbulu a bit because he doesn't want to be seen because they might recognize him, but they recognize him obviously.
Oh yeah, they caught him immediately.
Yeah. Like, give me a break. So they're examining. So here he tries to hide behind him a little bit. He kind of moves. There's Lord Vile, who's recognized them. Yep. And he's basically said, watch where those eyebrows go. No.
Poke me in the eye.
Poke me in the eye. He says, no, he's like, we're going to accept this challenge. So there's not really any need to continue. They're just going to accept it. But anyways. Well, but they never told them.
Yeah, they didn't tell them. Guessing, and I like that,
Yeah. Because like Vincent, young guard here, Vincent D'Onofrio, starts talking shit. He's like, oh, Sallow had it all. But he went out to date that woman and make it all public, and then he lost it all. What an idiot. He was in the league, and but young guard doesn't understand. Like, again, he's just pumped up for this thing, and this is what he's been raised outside in the wasteland where these juggers come in and they get to party, they get money, they can have fun. And that's what Joan Chen has been raised on. She's literally like in the fields here with her parents. So these young guys are all pumped up for the promise of what this is going to be, but
right.
Like
they can't wrap their head around how Rutger Hauer threw it all away. Basically,
right?
Yeah,
is what
they
it
just
comes
see
down
they're
to.
going to be rock stars, basically.
Exactly, right. And this is that youth, the impetuousness of Vincent D'Onofrio's character. I want it now. Let's give it to me. I'm ready for it. This is the water. It's just water running down this walkway, and I thought it was sewer at first. But he puts his head in it. He washes himself in it. I'm like, so there's an abundance of water now.
You don't know where that water came from, though.
I know everything that was up above, but
to them, water is water. But to us, it's like, I don't know, man. I might get
underground. That might be groundwater. That might be a spring. It just, who knows?
I think somebody just flushed the toilet.
I'll be honest with you. I want to say that because it's the city and because the finer things are in the city, if there's going to be any actual fresh water, it will be here as opposed to that.
This movie's called The Salute of the Jugger.
Salute of the Jugger, also known as Blood of Heroes in the
Song of the Jugger.
Salute.
Oh. Okay.
That's why they're doing that thing. That's why the cover is the two guys doing the salute. It's literally
okay.
The Predator handshake, but with your forearms.
This is, and look how accurate Rutger Hauer's arm is. That's like super accurate right there.
Yeah.
Just to let you guys, I know this might come as a shock to you, but that's not Rutger Hauer's arm. It's actually my arm. They base it on my arm.
It's Rutger Hauer's arm after he discovered there was porn on the internet.
It's like it's crazy. Okay, here's where they talk a bit, and they're gonna they're doing the challenge.
Yeah.
I love this. There's like a dead guy here. They're panning up this wall, so this is so deep down that all of the sort of the hotel accommodations, these are the cheap hotel accommodations, which is you climb up the side of a wall and lay down on a hammock that's like nailed to the side of a wall and hope to hell you don't fall off of it.
Yep. It's a Jugger hostel.
But
yeah,
it's so they go, she obviously does the thing where she's like, pay for one, we'll save money, but it's so she can lay with him. But going up here, you see families, people cooking. There's a dead guy, two people making a new family as they go up and having a good time, and they've got a little bit of cover around their hovel, and they weren't directly off of the ladder, so they had to walk this ledge to get to where they were. It's insane. And then she goes right to the edge part, and I'm like, F that. Charlie don't do heights. I ain't staying there. But
so again, if you have the 4K, so the four of us, Ross doesn't have the 4K, but the rest of us have the 4K. It looks, you can tell, it's very clear. You can see everything clearly. But anyway, they also keep mentioning that he's one eye from blind, which is funny, which is neat too. That's everyone is saying that. Gonzo is then asked, so he's told to accept the challenge. Oh, here's where he says, I like scars.
Yeah.
Here's like some of the art here. You could see there's like some
I love
architecture and stuff like that.
She's
they're playing music.
It's such a striking change to go from where they are in this hovel, and now we're met with what is considered opulence in this world.
Well, even in the post-apocalyptic future, rich people are going to be weirdos and all like eyes wide shut shit.
Fucking white people, man. I don't
know. It's all weird.
Yeah, they just can't not be weird, eyes wide shut.
Well, they need their opulence and they need their pageantry, right? It doesn't matter what's gone. This is again that what I said off the top. This is them trying to recreate the society that they came from with what they have.
Exactly. I love that, the idea of recreating what they think they should have.
Yeah.
This is where I really got into this. So we met Gonzo earlier, and Gonzo basically lives up to his name. He comes out bloodied. You can tell he has beat the shit out of people. He's got chains. He's talking to Rutger Hauer like, get the fuck out of here, basically. And you get to this, and this guy speaks with some of the best dictation I have heard. Like, you don't expect him to speak the way he does, especially to other royals, which you get Lord Vile comes talking to him. And I know this guy's a jugger and he lives a good life. He's still below Lord Vile. But this conversation I was like, oh, this is amazing. As the actor and as the character, it's such a flip to the way he looks, to how he sounds and how he reacts to this conversation they're having, where he's wanting him to take out Rutger Hauer's other eye, make him fully blind, and go ahead and take his legs. Yeah. I don't want him to walk out of here again. And he is torn. He's like, you want me to what?
Right.
Like, that's not the game. What, are you asking me basically to go out of my way to hurt him? And he's dealt this moral dilemma in it, and he sells it so well. This scene right here, I was loving the movie, but this, I loved all of this.
Yeah, me too. And like, it's this big thing for me. He's like, look, not only does he not hurt Sallow, he gets Bone to pin him so that he's out of, so he's not hurt. Like, he literally protects him. He goes out of his way to protect him, because just to show that guy's like, listen, this is a game of honor and skill. So we don't just go in there to kill each other for no reason. B, I don't like you. So not only am I going to just play, because he could have just played him and they could have fought, right? He goes, no, I'm going to keep him safe because you're being a dick about it. And it shows that Lord Vile doesn't even care about this game. The thing is that he doesn't care either. In fact, the wife, Lady Vile, does care, because she's like, I like the Blood of Heroes. I don't want an easy match. I don't want some loser challenge thing. I want a good match. I want to see some people really fight for this. So even she cares about it a little bit more, which is why it makes sense that she would have gone with a jugger.
Right. Yeah. But it's also like how well Gonzo's dressed in this. Like, he is in the better things because he's a jugger. But Lord Vile's also able to just almost like keep reminding him a little bit that he's lesser than. Like, there is a power play here and a dynamic. Like, Gonzo is a better man, and he also has honor because he's jugger. But Lord Vile's trying to keep this. I have the power, though. I have the ability. I have the sway, and it's a little bit of a battle between the two of them, just in a conversation. And I really dug this. I really did. Yeah,
Toe Cutter and Immortan Joe.
It looks so cool in this movie.
Look how cool this looks. Look how cool he looks.
Yeah, he cleans it up well.
He looks like a commissar out of like 40K or something like that.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
He does look like a 40K guy. Yeah.
They're both like, the food is in seashells. Like they have, even though no plates, but it's still something better.
Yep.
Yep.
Dig this.
All right. They accepted the challenge. So here's where they get the news.
Shut up! I don't care. I love the people yelling back at Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah,
he's trying to get their attention, and the people are like, "Shut up!"
because they know a challenge match doesn't go more than 26 stone. That's the best challenge match, and that was how many years ago? Because that was Sallow and Gonzo, and Sallow's been in the Dogtowns for whatever years it's been. So let's say 5 years or something.
Yeah.
So the best challenge match there ever was 26 stones. I mean, these matches are bullshit. It's not worth going to find a seat.
No.
Yeah,
right?
No one goes.
Well,
and
for now. Yeah.
Right. But I found that interesting that this was such a low level, because we saw the other fight and you could hear everyone cheering and all this stuff going on in the game that they watched through the grate.
Yeah.
And you get to this one and it's like crickets.
Yeah.
Like,
nobody cares.
The house show, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just had the one guy up in the cage, that throws the stones. That's literally the only guy really paying attention to anything on this.
For a baseball analogy, and Charlie, I know you'll get this. It's like an MLB team playing one of those college teams, in an exhibition where you're like,
yep.
You might see it out of curiosity, but you're like, the Major League Baseball team's going to destroy them. So you just
it's like AAA and stuff like that. It's like nobody really cares.
No one cares.
or like women's basketball.
Or that.
I'm just joking. Relax.
You're just speaking truth here. I don't know. I'd watch it if it was, women's juggers. Speaking of jugs.
Yep.
I like that they have foot soldier goggles. I really did dig that they have goggles under their armor too. Yes. Like they even, that just made me think. That's a very important thing because they kept writing on the fact that Rutger Hauer lost an eye. Yeah. That should make him worse at the game. So something they value in the league is their eyes.
His eyes.
So there's extra protection over something important. Like I can see Gonzo, I don't give a shit about my head missing. Don't mess with my eyes. Yeah. So and they all have these extra goggles on in here. So that's a whole nother different dynamic to it.
Well, it's clearly easier to stick in a metal plate than to replace your eyes. So
right.
True.
I love that. I love that the red team has chanting. It's like red, 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 red. Like it's like you're just like, okay, we're used to just fighting a bunch of pissed Dogtown guys. It's like like they're lucky if half them aren't drunk or can stand or whatever. Here it's like organized team chanting.
It's chanting, but they're calling plays. They're using that like XY over here because they immediately go and show Rutger Hauer's team and they're like, you fortify over here. They're going to be coming this way. They're speaking plainly and the other team's speaking in their code for the league. And I was like, that caught me really quickly on that. I'm like, that shows like what Steven's saying, professional ball versus, AAA ball or college ball. It's totally different games you're playing.
Yep. I wrote that as well. I'm glad that you pointed that out because you've got a guy doing the signs versus just yelling out, punish him, go over here. It's like, what is this garbage? That's like when you're a kid. Pass the ball, pass me the ball, do this, hit the bunt it, go for a bunt. It's like, okay, but professional teams, they've got their singles. And even the stones look better. Their metal sheet, their metal sheet is that riveted. So it's like it makes better sounds and it vibrates better. It's not just literally a sheet of whatever that they throw at.
He's protected as well. He's
protected. Yeah.
So nothing can fly out. Their manager on the red team, like you're talking about, is actually participating and calling calls and doing the hand signals. Is such a stark to Gandhi over there. It's not a racist thing. It was his name in here.
That's his name.
Gandhi guy over there who is shouting it and being like, punish or do this. There's such a stark, difference between the two plays.
Yep. And then she says, "I always expected to win." That was funny. He's like, "Then win." That's over here.
That cool.
Shows they have the mindset. Yeah.
I always expected to win.
I like that Rutger got chains though. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like it's like he got his old uniform because he didn't have that during the rest of the stuff. It was like tires and rubber, but now he's in pro league. It's like he got his old uniform out, dusted it off, oiled his chains, and went into it a little bit there.
Yeah. There's your timekeeper. See with the different,
Also cool makeup. Like half his face is slid down on one side.
Yeah, he's mutated or whatever. Yeah, so I'm betting he looked a little bit slower. Just like Ross was saying earlier, it's almost like this interesting about this game is that everyone can participate in any race, any gender, and any mindset, like
capacity of mindset.
Can join.
Yeah. As long as you're good. Now look how badass. Like this is where's the action figures? Like, come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, look at how awesome these guys are, man.
Does anyone know anybody who does 3D printing? I mean,
I'm sure we just have to get some clean scans of this, but this looks. I mean, it looks like Master Blaster helmets that this entire team's wearing. Like, it's just really cool. Yeah, a bit like Mask in a
Mask. Yeah, it is Mask. It looks like Mask.
Yeah, so there's Venom wearing one of the friggin' medieval looking things.
So it's going to be hard to pause on certain moments. So we'll just explain what's going on. So the match starts. To anyone who hasn't seen this movie, And Gonzo was instructed by Lord Vile to take out Sallow and hurt him, blind him, break his legs. He doesn't. Instead, he gets his back charge, who's played by Richard Norton, to what they call pin, which basically just get him in a position where he can't move, and you're just like, if you move, I'll break your neck, so you're just stuck here now, or whatever.
Right.
So he takes Sallow out of the picture, and he's being protected. And now that the back charge has pinned him, the match continues. What's interesting, this is subverting your expectations in a story way that makes sense and doesn't piss you off, which is Sallow doesn't even participate in the first round at all. He's pretty much pinned a couple of stones in. You're like, oh, what the shit? He's not even going to fight. Yeah. So now you're like, oh man, it's like the B squad, because like they're not as good as he is. Big Simber gets absolutely demolished on her leg here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it.
But she holds on. Like
she literally holds on for dear life to Gonzo's leg. Like, no, you're not gonna get.
But you're talking like, so as we're watching this and we see Rutger Hauer get pinned down, and now it's like, oh, now we're watching the B team. The red team is literally the B team. Like, Gonzo was added purposefully, but they don't even put their first stringers.
You're right
in this battle. I also think, which we'll get to it, is when they do basically get demolished and they bring in replacements, that's when they take it serious. And now it's like, oh shit, no, get our other people over here.
Oh my God.
Fill in the spots.
Charlie, I never picked up on that till you just, you're right. Because Bone is the best guy on there. And then he's like, why are you doing this challenge match for? He's like, well, he goes, and then he's like, what is that? He goes, you want me to, and that's why Bone is asked to pin him, because he's the best guy they got. Besides Gonzo, who Gonzo can take out everybody else. And he's like, you want me to pin their Slash? Why? Is he good or something? It's like, just pin him. Just shut your mouth. Pin them. Okay. Then when they replaced everybody, like, okay, yeah, you're right. The red team used the, because they said that earlier. He's like, oh, it's a challenge match. I leave that for like the young guys, and it's not my business.
You're not going to use your top talent in this just to see if they're good. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Training.
So then, and then Sallow does need to participate, because then he is needed, because now it's their best guys.
Now it's their best guys out there.
Oh, that's great.
Now Gonzo's kind of made the point, and now he's like, okay, now you've made me look bad as a jugger because I'm not 100 stones. Now we're playing. Now that's why he goes, because he tells the other guy, he goes, it won't go past 15. He walks up to Sallow and he goes, you won't go past 10.
10. I know. I caught that. Yeah. He decreased it. He's like,
he threw two numbers out depending on who he was talking to.
Yep. No, it didn't. To me, it didn't look like Rutger Hauer was even struggling. He was just kind of like lying there, as in like, okay, now it's Joan Chen's show, and now it's.
It did feel like he was just kind of just relented and was like, okay, this is it now. I'm just gonna hang back.
It's not for him. It's for them. It's not for him. It doesn't matter if they win or how it looks. He's going to end up back outside anyway, and he knows it.
Right. Well, that's in the movie that you watched, but that's not in the movie. That's not in Blood of Heroes, where they try to fake something, which we're going to talk about in about 10 minutes.
But even in Blood of Heroes, it's still about showing
her
that they're capable of doing it. So technically, they won when they got to the 100,
right?
So that's really needed to do.
But Sallow also does say he's angry at the guy, and he is pissed off that he didn't. So I think it was. I still think it was like because remember that other guy's weapon is a hooked weapon, right? Now I think with what's his name, the back charge, he doesn't have the hooked weapon. So once the Slash guy took him down, it was shoved in such a way that I think if he just goes like this, he could like break his arms or snap them or something. So he's just like, I'm kind of stuck. It's hard. It's hard to see it exactly. It's better on the 4K, but you can't really tell exactly. And I won't be able to pause here where it is, but he is pinned down because he's angry about it. But yeah, you're right. Subconsciously, he's also like, you know what? It is for Joan. Joan and Gar are the two that really want to.
Yeah,
they want
get in the league, right?
They want to do, and Joan takes that first lick. She gets the dog head from the guy first, but he fucking rings her bell. Like she gets fucking laid out, but she gets right back up.
Yeah.
It's very much we're watching Rutger Hauer movie, but it's a Joan Chen character journey is really what a lot of it is.
Yeah.
Well, he won't be accepted back anyway. As Steve said, he won't be accepted back anyways.
Yeah.
Like whether he wins or not, even Gandhi said when they were splitting, when they were supposedly going to split up, he's like, well, it doesn't matter to me. It may as well be another Dogtown because I'm not going to get involved, except that he will get involved, but we'll get to that in just
he goes, they won't bash my head in. I have nothing to lose on this because he didn't do anything wrong and he's not trying to get in to the games anyway.
Right. But he does, because Big Simber is absolutely destroyed here. But she gets there's the 100 stones.
Yeah.
She's a beast.
She I'm sure we all watched like Game of Thrones. She's such a Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah.
I kept thinking that the entire time. She's just that's a huge chick just standing up.
Yeah. So again, you can't see it here. She grabs Gonzo to the point where he can't move. And at that point, they know they can't score the winning goal. So they just play for time. It's just wasting the time just to get to 100 stones, reset the period or whatever.
And I found it interesting because you're watching the quicks and you're like, why isn't this guy charging her? Well, in strategy, if he misses, she's got a straight shot to the stake.
Right.
So even he's playing a bit more defensively in this one just to make sure she doesn't make a run for it. And I like that. This actually was a bit of some tension listening to that countdown of the stones and hearing everyone counting it down from like 96, 97 and just waiting for like, are they actually going to try, or wait, it's actually good if they get them to this stalemate in this first round. So I like the tension this movie built on that.
Yeah, and they may as well, because they're not going to win in 3 or 4 stones anyway. So just who cares? Just ride it out now. Once they got up to like 80 something, you're like, well, F it. Let's just go to the next period or whatever.
Just hold it out. Yeah.
Yeah. And now you're right, Charlie. Now the pumped up guys are coming in because they look better. Richard Norton stays on because he was one of the better guys.
And he's not hurt. He said on Solo.
Yeah, exactly. He's on. So he's good.
Gonzo's a little tired because he did take some damage to it. The quick Joan Chen annihilates that dude.
Yeah.
Like he's messed up. And then one of the other, I don't know if he was the back or whatever he was, he got hurt. But I just love the look on everyone's face. Like they're tired. Like, oh, we made it this far. And then they look and go, fuck, they got replacements.
He actually literally says, it's like, they got replacement guys coming in. What the heck?
That's bullshit. Like, what the hell? Like, I'll just call endless reserves and be fresh for the next fight. And they're just like, it's just us. It's
and they're down Big Simber.
Dodgers, and we are the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Exactly.
And the Pirates are down one of their better people because so now they got Gandhi to come in, but he's just there to keep the other guy busy. Really, it's like there's no.
Well, they play the same trick, but they do it where Gandhi's able to by doing the fishhook move, basically choking Richard Norton out.
Yeah, he's like just fishhook him. He's like, yeah. Well, Rutger Hauer knows. They know that it's going to be the 2 slashes going at each other. And then the Quick's going to have to get in what she can, and Gar's going to have to protect her and protect the goal. So I did like the pushback. I love when there's pushback with characters. So he says, you protected him on purpose. You didn't attack him. He's like, listen, I've crushed bones. I've cracked skulls. I've smashed guys to bits, but I do it to put the dog skull on the stick, not on purpose, whatever. And then he goes, yeah, but you didn't actually get, you didn't accomplish that. So I like that there was pushback, because usually movies is like, oh, that's supposed to be the I gotcha moment. I told you off. It's like, no, you didn't tell me off. You still didn't win. Okay, fine. You didn't want to do what I said, but you lost. Right.
So, and that's where he remarks to him, like, then I'm going to do it. They'll not see past 15 or 20, whatever the first number he says, telling him. And and then he goes and he tells Salo, like, he drops the number even lower. Like, no, we're gonna play. You're old and slow now. You're gonna learn. I like that he gets that realization later where he's like, oh, he is the best player.
He's like, I forgot you're always better than me.
Yeah, I was liking that.
So they win, and I love where he just walks slowly. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Charlie?
I was just gonna say, in all reality, I got a feeling that Rutger Hauer and those guys did play more, like they would travel from town to town and play. These guys, it's kind of like waiting for the next season to start.
Right.
You know, how often are they actually playing these games against the other cities? So maybe they do get a little comfortable in their living. But Rutger Hauer's been out there just putting nose to grindstone and grinding that XP, as J-Man put out earlier. Well, this is a D&D thing.
How much are the league players playing to survive? Right. Like,
right.
True.
People, it's like you want to eat, you play.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Well, you see what happens when you're kicked out. You're left wandering to dog towns. So you want to stay in the league.
But Rutger done something that wasn't just like losing a game or doing anything. He kind of like was flippant about his status. I read something that technically it's supposed to be like, and I think it's why it's Lord Vile's so upset, is that he was caught with a daughter of some importance, which is why they keep talking about the silk and everything.
Yep.
Like it was way above his status. I don't know. It could have been even Lord Vile's daughter. That would have been a cool little ad, like why he was so.
I think it is.
That would make sense. I think it should be. Yeah.
I think it is. I want to say, hold on, Ruby, who thank you so much for gifting a membership. I really appreciate that, man. And then another membership. So thank you. That's awesome. So guys, if anyone's in the chat there, you can get a membership. So let me give you a couple of. Well, first I'll give you the normal thank you. So I appreciate that. And thank you. And I don't have a Jugger one, but so I'll give you the He-Man punch.
There you go.
Boom.
Now you need the Jugger salute. You find a good clip of that and put it on there.
Yeah. I'm doing that in real life with people now. If next time Vincent D'Onofrio comes to one of these shows, I'm going to be, because he always, he signs Kingpin or
Kingpin, or man, whenever you ate that bullet in Full Metal, man,
Full Metal, I'm going to be like, for the photo, I'm going to be like, we got to do the Jugger salute, and he'll appreciate. He'll be like, he'll be like, yeah, that's a real movie right here. This is what I call a real. Well, no, Full Metal Jacket is definitely a real movie.
First half, anyway. First half's a real movie.
Yeah, I like the whole. I've watched many deconstructions of that movie, so I like both. The second half is awesome.
Good, but the first half is superior to the second.
I like both halves equally, but we should do that on one of these. That might be an interesting.
Okay,
that might be a really hard thing to do. Rob Ager's already done like 100 hours on that, so I don't know what else we can add.
It will be hard for me not to laugh through Arlie Ermey's like entire speeches. Like I just cry with laughter.
Right.
I love here where he just stops counting the stones. Even the guy just stops because he's like, it's over. They're just gonna walk over and do it now. He actually stops throwing the stones and turns around before the thing's even done.
And it's everyone has everyone in a perfect position.
Right.
They can't do anything. Right. D'Onofrio has the one guy in the corner with the chains whipping. Richard Norton's been fish hooked. Gonzo's been bloodied up bad. Like he had beat the shit out of him. And she outclassed their quick. Just handily outclassed him. And I love this where Rutger Hauer is just like, slow down, walk.
Yeah.
It's like absorb it. Like take it all in.
Yeah, it's like WWE showmanship where you.
Yeah, it really much is.
But here's where he turns around.
This guy just stops.
He's just like, okay, it's done. Like this is done now. Let's just
And also, we haven't told like when they got to 60 in the first match, this kid goes around the area. Yelling telling people, and people get excited. So there is a crowd watching this challenge fight that no one gave a shit about. And now people are cheering and chanting for this team to win. And this is where it's a sports movie. This is Rocky at the end. This is Mighty Ducks. This is everything that you expect in a sports drama. You'll build up all your, adrenaline and just get you hyped. All this is right here in this movie.
Yeah. So there you go. And then he gives her the opal because she's got it later. So Big Simber and Salo are not accepted because she was injured and he won't, and he's been banished, so he'll never come back.
Right.
And Lord Vile basically says the best punishment is this awesome player who can win against league guys is going to be stuck playing Dogtown. So he gets like a sort of a moral victory.
He wins. So
he wins, yeah.
Lord Vile still holds his status. He gets what he wants, which is to degenerate Salo even more.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, I do like that Delroy, I forget his name on here. Mbulu. He says, I've been invited, but if you pay attention, who invites him? It's the manager of the other team. So I'm wondering if he doesn't get to become like assistant manager, if that's a thing. Like,
I noticed that too. I only noticed that on this viewing where I was paying attention. I was like, hey, the manager comes up and is like talking, and you can, I can't pause it here. It's impossible.
No, it'd be insane to stop on it. But I really got to feel, because he's older, he's been hurt. He was not really going there to become league. I think he gets added to, whatever
the coaching team or something, or I don't
office team. I don't know how that all works, but
she's now got the full red gear.
Yep.
On, and she's joined. Big Simber and Salo are seen leaving. She looks down. She's got the opal to remember him by.
And if you back up 30 seconds,
let me see.
Or where it is.
There. Oh, look at that! Perfect.
Oh, you landed right on it.
There you go.
So back up again.
There, that's them leaving.
Back up again. Back up again. A little bit more. Little more. Little more. Little more.
What is this, Blade Runner?
Oh, right here. Because they do show this. This is where the American movie ends.
Yes, the American movie ends right here.
It'll end on a shot of Rutger Hauer right after her touching D'Onofrio's face.
Yeah.
It literally cuts to him, and he turns to the camera with Joan Chen beside him. Credits roll. Nothing
and you don't even hear this dialogue.
No, you just see it. She just touches him.
Yeah.
She doesn't put it on her face. She's just touching and moves her hand. Cuts to Rutger. Freeze frame. Credits.
Yeah.
I just want to make
sure that's where the Blood of Heroes ends.
Yeah, that's the end of the American Blood of Heroes.
With the Blood of Heroes.
And it's like and you might not even think that Rutger Hauer gets sent back. You might think, oh, he proved himself and he's good now.
Yeah, he won. She won. The other dude lost.
Yeah.
Gonzo's been beaten. The other guy doesn't get his comeuppance on Rutger Hauer. So this is the American ending. Yeah. Everyone wins on a happy ending. Yeah. Like they all won. They're all going to get what they want.
I don't like that ending at all.
No, I don't either. The movie keeps going and it 180s.
Yeah.
100%.
I really do not like, even though I do like the campfire scene, but this ending, I cannot accept it.
I agree.
It doesn't make any sense to this story because Lord Vile does win. Salo's not coming back. Nope. You're done. You had your opportunity. It's finished. And they walk, and he's laughing basically. It's like, yeah, I got him. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
She's in the same outfits that all the other, like right there. She's got the collar and everything else. She's cleaned up. She's slightly healed too.
Yep.
So there's been some time.
So the question is, so she's been sleeping on silk sheets, no doubt. But
obviously,
the cost is she has to hang out with these pale, rich weirdos.
Right.
That's the other hand of it.
Eat out of the back of a lizard.
Yeah.
But who's the happy one? Rutger Hauer looks pretty happy walking through the wasteland, just taking easy matches and being free as a bird. And,
it's kind of like he got what he wanted because he was already doing it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the satisfaction of knowing he's still the best badass in town, or at least can work the best badass team. Yep. And now he's got easy money, just walking around the wasteland, going from chick to chick and winning easy games.
That's some of the beauty of this ending. While it's not the happy ending that we got here,
it's not the American happy
ending. It's still technically a happy ending. She got what she wanted. D'Onofrio got what he wanted. And like you're saying,
the way Joan Chen's looking, I give her like 6 months before she goes screw this crap and takes the elevator back up.
That's always possible.
Yeah.
It really is.
And the other thing is Hauer now knows he can get back into the city. He's not really banished. Like he's banished, but he's got an in. If he assembles another team, he can go and challenge again.
That's true too, and he's got
he is
quick
the best. What do you call him? Recruiter.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, well, he just goes out and looks for talent and brings it back, and then goes out and finds talent and brings it back.
Recruiter.
Yeah, recruiter, headhunter. You know, he's doing all. He's Clint Eastwood in that one movie where they go find the baseball players. You know,
All right.
Yeah.
this guy that is playing the new Quick, I think, is part of the production team.
Yep.
Into it. Yeah.
Play hard, you'll forget the fear.
Right. I like that he's got the scar over his eye. No more bandana. It's like scarred over. So he's kind of back looking like he did at the beginning a little bit.
Yeah. And then these guys are crazy.
Oh
These
my God.
Oh, look how awesome that is.
So cool.
Hopefully I can pause on the Predator guys.
And oh, there's the Predator.
Okay, so Ross, the thing is, the 4K is so awesome in this. You can kind of see them a little bit, and they've got glowing eyes.
Yes.
Oh man.
Their like this isn't foggy. They're darker in silhouette, and you see reflection or glowing eyes.
Yeah.
In them.
There it is, the Predators. This is wow. They should make Jugger Predator 8 should be versus the Juggers.
I'm gonna see if I can. I'll play it behind the scenes and see if I can pause it.
It is such an awesome shot.
Oh my God. Yeah. Rutger Hauer's the fucking best too in this movie.
And it doesn't phase Rutger Hauer. He sees that and he's still like, yeah, don't worry about it.
All right. I got it.
No, you can't see it. You can't tell in this version. You have to have it's worth it for 4K just to see these Predator guys at the end. Like,
it blew me away. Like, this is the part I'd never seen before. So seeing all this, and you're just like, it makes you be like, where's part 2? Like, I want to see a little bit more of this.
That concludes the movie. So there you go. But I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, these guys, she becomes the queen of the Red City, you know, like maybe she stays on and becomes the queen of the Red City. And then we see like the Blue City and we see other cities and each one has a different kind of way of doing it. Maybe the blue one is next to like an ocean or something, or they've not all of them are underground. Maybe the Blue City has somehow reconfigured a boat, or they're living on some cruise ship or something, or I don't know, like.
Yeah, like an underground one, an ocean one, one
mountain one.
Like what Steven said, they do live in higher areas.
A mountain, a cave. Like there's ones that converted some caves. There's a mountaintop guys or something. Like
that's a cool thought process, man. It's like this is you wouldn't think just this random post-apocalyptic action-esque movie has like Lord of the Rings type lore. This
is what happens. And Sean and I talked about this sort of a lot, like just privately too. It's like it writes itself. It writes itself if you're excited about these kinds of movies and fantasy, and you can start to be like, oh yeah, okay, here's what we could do. We could do this and that. It's because you got a good foundation. You just need one. Like Star Wars, you just need Star Wars 77. I just call it Star Wars. You have Star Wars 77, which introduced enough little things that, whoa, we could really expand this. But if it never expanded, it'd still be a bloody awesome movie in the movie that you watch. Beginning, middle, and end, the guys win at the end. That's it. Same with this. If this got sequels, you could definitely expand it. If it didn't, it works anyways because it's got enough on there. I'd love to do Space Hunters, the other one that we always mention on these. I'd love to have done, like as a kid, I'm like, this is like goddamn awesome. Where I could do Space Hunter forever, because now he's got a team of guys. He can continue on. It's like all of these movies are wicked, and you can do something with them. But like, I don't know, like where would this go? This movie hasn't really gone anywhere. That's why I was thinking it'd be cool to have it as like either a role-playing game, and you would have different cities, and each city has a different way of playing the game. Not a different way of playing the game, but like different configurations and different ways of like, you know, counting the stones. Like, I don't know, like what you could do. Like maybe
I think it says a lot though that it has continued. Like they are playing this game.
Real Jugger,
real develop this. And I guess the Wasteland one's different than the professional one that's being played right now. But that says a lot for a little movie that for me, it disappeared. I forgot about it. You know, it's like I knew I'd seen it. You kind of hear about it. You know, really the only thing that really made me perk up when J-Man told me about it was because it was called something different. because he's talking about this salute of the Jugger, and I'm like, I've never heard of that. But he starts telling me and sends me pictures, and I'm like, well, there's a totally different movie that I watched. And find, it's Blood of Heroes.
Right.
So
here's Jugger.
Why can't it just be like the same world as Mad Max, but just where a part of it where the road doesn't happen to go?
Yeah, like literally, you could put this with Thunderdome because it's got that sort of civilization. Like it could be in the time of Thunderdome. So the first couple Mad Max movies are setting it up. Yeah.
That's totally this just feels as an expanded world. It's supposed to be our world later, but if you picture like Mad Max 1 happens, which is right before the big bombs, then Road Warrior happens, then Thunderdome happens, which is a little bit later. Give it another 10 years and society's shifted a little bit more, and now we're getting into people developing this game of the Juggers. Rutger Hauer's a kid. And now it's another 20 years past, and now we're in the if you did a timeline, that's kind of the way I would see it, is this happened, and this happened, and this happened. It's a multiverse of apocalyptic movies. There's the Wasteland War. So there's one on the West Coast, there's one on the East Coast that they do. I've always wanted to go to this. You have to dress as Wasteland, even if you don't play.
Right.
To be part of this is you have to come dressed as a Wasteland.
So Sean and I went to the Thunderdome in Burning Man, and it was exactly this.
Yeah,
it was Thunderdome. It was exactly
Thunderdome.
And what they're trying to do when they did the East Coast one was they took from Fury Road, where they were trying to find the green place, because over here mountains thing, they were trying to make it where it would still be wasteland, but you are in that green place. So you'd have the desert, which is West Coast, and then the East Coast was going to be the green place. So they build this world in the wasteland community, which is pretty awesome.
12 people voted on the poll, and 42% gave it a 5 out of 5, 8% gave it a 4 and a 3, and then 42% never saw it. So I'm going to end that poll.
That's fair. Honestly, that's good. That's good scores.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're giving it less than 3 out of 5, you can go F yourself. Like, I mean, that's an absolutely like retarded take. If it's any, like, even 3 is like 3. Like, what would you have done to make this better? Like, if you're asking, I always ask myself, what would I have done to make this better for me? Right? Like we talked about Predator Badlands backstage. What I would have done is not have it be a Predator movie and have it be a kids fantasy movie, because that's what they made. It's like, if you know,
I was going to defend it. The first time I watched it, this movie didn't grab me because it wasn't what I went in expecting.
I believe that.
Yeah, this is not your normal post-apocalyptic movie.
Right.
And so I could see me being like, what I saw was cool. I give it a 3. Right. Now, obviously, I'm a 5 because I get it. Now I'm into it. Now I'm like, it's a sports movie. There's a lot of backstory to it. There's a lot of lore building here. I get it now. I know what I'm watching. So if someone's only ever seen it, I could understand a 3.
I get that. Yeah. Also, you were younger. Go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
It's much more of a.
One sec, Ross. One sec, Ross.
So yeah, I believe, Charlie, that's a great explanation. I completely buy that. I think too, though, and J-Man talks about this a lot when he's explaining how he rates movies, is that they're not rating it against other post-apocalyptic movies or other movies of that ilk. They're doing it against something completely different. Like I was telling J-Man about something someone said at work, where he was sort of needling me because I love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and he's like, "Oh, it's not better than Transformers 1. You got to admit that." I'm like,
yeah, that's literal real world conversations.
But that's how some people think. It's like, if it's not this movie, if it's not The Dark Knight or The Godfather, pick whatever prestige movie you want to talk about.
Right.
It's not that. It's not going to be 5 out of 5, which is a ludicrous way of looking at. But this conversation happened to me. I didn't dream it.
Right. There are people out there that think this way. That's a very black and white kind of way to do it. It's like people when they go, "What's your favorite movie?" And I'm like, that's a deeper question than you think it is.
Right.
Like, what's my favorite action movie? What's my favorite genre movie? Like, that's how you do it. Like, maybe there's a movie I like watching more than others, but guess what? Every day I wake up, I'm like, what do I feel like watching today?
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to I have the ability to watch my favorite movie of all time. I'm only ever going to watch that. No, it's like, no, I'm going to watch this because I really, really like this movie. You know,
Ross, what were you gonna say, Ross? And I'll address that point. And then we gotta end. We got 5 minutes. So
well, Charlie, I was gonna, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn, I totally forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry.
No. I was gonna say that this movie is like much more of a drama. Like if I had seen this when I was much younger, and it was not a Mad Max Maxploitation movie with cars and shit, I would have hated it and just never not hated it, but just been like, and never got back to it.
Right.
Now that I'm older and can enjoy it as a drama that happens to have post-apocalyptic costumes and world building and all the other stuff, now I can enjoy it for what it is. And I'm glad you twisted my arm.
And that's it. And that's where, I think some people that are like, oh, I hated it. How many times you watch it? One time? Like, and how long ago did you? Now, if you watched it yesterday and hated it, you're probably not ever going to change your mind.
Yeah,
but if you watched it 20 years ago and went, I didn't really like it, try again.
I'm glad I watched it again with the longer version after seeing the first one too. So
right.
You'll pick up on things. Yeah, you pick up on things and you see all of the thought. How much thought? Okay, firstly, did I like this movie? Yes or no? Easy peasy. I watch it. This is awesome, or I don't care. Yeah. That's it. That's an easy one. But then secondary is like, I really like this movie. Okay, did they put a lot of thought into it? Like someone sat there and thought out this little mock chess game, which we're not sure if it's chess, but it's something. So somebody thought this out. Somebody thought that what would the Red City actually look like if this actually really was happening? It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. How would this sport work? They wrote the rules out, which you get in that pack. It's like they really thought this through, just like the Mad Max movies. And I like all of them, including the Thunderdome, which is the sort of the weaker one. But it's like, but still, they Thunderdome works. Like there's a place, Bartertown. You're like, shit, this is awesome. Like they're walking in, and there's things happening, and like, what's that guy doing? Like, if you pause that movie, I guarantee you, Miller or one of the guys or somebody co-directed that one, but somebody's like, oh yeah, that guy is selling this stuff, and this stuff is important. Just like George Lucas, you pause Star Wars. Wait, what are those guys doing over there? Oh, those guys? Okay, they're engaged in this thing. It's like, oh, okay. Right. Like somebody thought this through. They didn't just shoot a bunch of garbage and then put filters on it and be like, look how cool this looks. It's like, that's not a movie. You created something. That's why they say it's that slop. It's slop because there's no thought or passion behind what you're making. You made it's like, I'm contracted to make a Predator movie. Okay, I made a Predator movie. Thanks. Did you do anything extra? There's some CGI monsters.
Looks really cool. Yeah, and that's
it's like, it looks cool. Okay, so it's not 0 out of 10. Maybe it's a 5 out of 10. Yeah, but what happened to RoboCop, where someone sat there and said, let's have funny commercials? Okay, no, hold on a second. Let's really, what if what commercials would actually be playing in this world?
The commercials are also world building.
Right. That's right.
To it.
Yeah.
Because to go right back on what you're saying, like it's a stupid, innocuous thing. We're talking about this chessboard in a lesser movie or even a bigger budget movie. Hey, somebody go grab that checkerboard. Let's burn it with a blowtorch real quick. Throw some melted checkers on there. There we go.
Yeah.
And that's just no thought into it.
There's no thought. Right. Right. And they say, oh, look, it's a checkered board.
To give it that edge, like J-Man's talking, like, does this movie deserve us to give this recognition?
Yeah.
When you see little things like that, yes, because they cared about it, and if they care about it, I want to care about it.
Even in RoboCop, they had those wacky commercials. But then in the real world, they quoted them like people do.
Right. This is
like the old Saturday Night Live sketches. People the next day would be saying,
"I got me a 6000 SUX. You got a car just like you did."
Yeah. I'd buy. Somebody says I'd buy that for $1.
Someone says I'd buy that for
the real world.
Yeah, like all of that. Yeah, just to think the details of that. Total Recall, Demolition Man. That's one of your faves. Like all of these movies, they really thought this through. And you're like, this is so awesome. They didn't just make a slop movie and say, oh, I put this out there and then that's the end of it. And I can like schlock movies where it's just like a bunch of nothing. But when someone really thinks, this is why I'm a little bit tense at the I love everything. Oh, well, it was pretty cool. What do you mean it's pretty cool? this movie is pretty cool, except it's way like, to use Demolition Man as an example, I saw Demolition Man, I thought this was awesome, and I bought it on VHS and I bought it on DVD, but then I watched it not too long ago on Blu-ray, where I was like, oh, this movie's like fucking awesome. Like, there's a lot more. Like, when you first watch it, you thought that was cool, but now that you know about film and you understand writing and world building and stories, you're like, well, there's a lot more going on here than I ever thought there was. Same with RoboCop. I saw RoboCop in 1990 or whenever I rented it, and I thought that was awesome. RoboCop's the best. I didn't sit here thinking, wow, those commercials are really building the world out. Like, I wasn't thinking that. I just thought this is a cool movie.
You were just absorbing it. Look, and this is shameless plug. This is exactly why what I do is called Give Me Back.
Right.
Like, we're not getting it anymore. This is not the level of filmmaking and entertainment we are given. It's now, it's a fucking conveyor belt of content.
Yeah.
Oh, they kind of like that one. Content.
Yeah. Even if it's good.
Yeah.
Even if it's good.
We've talked about this before. We've watched brand new movies and we're like, hey, that was actually really good. How many times you watched it? All that one time we talked about it.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, there's two I know of, three. Gentlemanly Warfare.
Oh, that was awesome.
And Nobody.
I agree with all three of those.
Those are the ones I have watched the most out of new movies. I have new movies that everyone has told me is awesome. I still haven't watched.
Dude, the last new movie that's new is the Carl Urban Dread. That's the last one where I went to my phone and put that on the list of favorite movies. In terms of new, and that's not new anymore.
Still haven't watched Boy.
I know.
Still haven't watched it. I own it. I haven't watched it.
Dread was the last time where I went to my phone. This movie is an old movie. I'm talking about a newer release. Right. Yeah. Dread is 2012. That's the last time a new movie got put in.
Right. So close to 15 years ago.
Right.
I saw the last time I saw Demolition Man was like decades ago, and I still want to know what the deal is with the 3 seashells.
Right, which is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A fucking
that's
sequel.
A better Dread movie than the Stallone Dread movie was. You mixed Demolition Man with Carl Urban Dread, and you've got a great Dread.
Oh, that's a great.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Awesome.
100%. Yeah.
All right, we're done. In like 10 seconds or less, Ross, what's going on for you're on the 2000 AD podcast and you're doing Ben Dunn's Antarctic Crust stuff, right?
Yeah. So Charlie, I got to know, in your part of the world, would they have the salute of the Juggaloos?
No, not in the mountains for the Juggalos. We don't have the Juggalos here as much, thankfully. I am an old school Juggalo, though. By the way, I just don't do it anymore. I was listening to that shit when most of these kids were not even born yet. So
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay, I believe you.
Man, it's fine.
Oh, Insane Clown Posse. I see. Okay,
I don't do that shit anymore, but when I was younger, yeah.
All right, Steven, you got anything coming up?
No, I'm still doing my thing, man. I'm still writing the book, man. I'm on page 338 now, double space.
Right.
So
wrap
it
up. End it. Well, the good guy kills the bad guy. It's over.
I got to go where the story takes me, right?
Yeah. Americanize it, Steven.
Americanize it. Yeah, everybody wins. All right, Charlie, what do you got going on?
5th anniversary, 5 years doing the podcast, coming out 1st of March, doing Batman 89. So that's going to be our 5th anniversary.
I only saw that 22 times before I stopped counting.
Exactly. I couldn't tell you how many times I've watched that movie.
Yeah, I've met when I started memorizing the music cues and when they start, I think I've seen this quite enough.
But last year was the first time I'd ever seen it in the theater when they re-released it, because I didn't get to go to the theater to watch it. So.
I saw it 3 times in the theater, and that was when my mom's like, "I think you've seen this enough now. You're done." That was still in the time where your mom told you, like, where are you going? I'm going to see Batman. You saw that. That's
the same thing as me renting it more than 3 times, where mom and dad go, "Look, it's better if we just buy it for him." So they bought me Batman.
Right, the money count.
Yeah, you start it's negative equity whenever you're doing it that way.
Sean and I are back tomorrow for Earth's Mightiest Monday. Talking about 4 Avengers comics. They're all awesome tomorrow. I'm back for Tuesday Night Television talking about Tourist Trap. Anyone who wants to, but Sean and I and anyone else can come back for the member stream, Open Talk. That's on Wednesday. Since there's no action, there's no War Room this week, we're going to do an open talk Friday, we're back for the Fantastic Fridays. And 1 week on next Saturday is back to the He-Man mini comics. Sean, besides those streams, what else you got going on?
I've got Superman vs. Wonder Woman and the Batman All Villains issue. That was the big tabloid size thing.
With Jim Aparo on the cover.
Yeah.
Was that the Jim Aparo cover?
I think so. Yeah.
With the heads.
The cover of your
yeah, it's the cover of the artist edition, yeah. That is, I have all those, and those are all awesome. Not the originals, the reprints. But
yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. I know these don't get massive views, but we are doing it because we enjoy it. So hopefully someone gets some value. The best thing I get is someone in the comments says, I didn't know what this movie was. I saw it and it's awesome. That would be even if one person does that, that's good enough.
Yep. Daniel, do it.
You get respectable views on the back end. Like
I do get on the back end, yeah.
So I don't care. I like talking to you guys.
Exactly. All right, on that positive note, we're going to end it. Go away, everybody.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.